Hello, hello. How is everybody doing? Welcome to RossonARI TV. We are going to be talking about some interesting things today regarding Camarda and other news too. There's more to talk about, but the news is starting to get heated again. So we're coming towards the end of the season, and there's already a lot of talk about what next season might look like. And to me, that is very interesting. So we are going to be um, delving into that for sure. But first, let me talk about the Camarda situation because this situation with Camarda to me is very disappointing. It is uh, it is quite telling on how much I think this management is incompetent and how these guys really don't know what they're doing. It seems like it's confusion. I don't know what is going on, but it is a very simple concept to me. When you have a jewel, when your jewel of your youth team, and not only the he's not only Camarda is not only the jewel of Milan's youth team, but Camarda is the jewel of Italy's youth team as well. We're talking about the jewel of jewels for Milan and country. You haven't renewed this, you haven't given this kid a contract, and now you're at the point you have you have created this situation where now Camarda is being tied to big money, and at 16 this kid is already having people from all over the world messaging him, why are you so greedy, why are you thinking about money, blah blah blah, and all of these things. This kid is 16 years old, and he's already getting the kind of shit that 27-year-olds get and whatever when they don't renew their contracts and whatnot. So terrible management of the situation by AC Milan. Absolutely awful. F minus, fail, F F F F. The fact that they brought it to this. Now the agent of Camarda did some cleaning up in the newspapers, saying there's no such thing as these incentives for agents and for family because it's not allowed. According to the FIFA UEFA, I don't know if it's FIFA rules or UEFA rules. I'm going to check that, but according to the rules uh, in Italy, you cannot add incentives to the agent or family until the player is 18, but you can negotiate salary at 16. You can negotiate salary at 16. So the agent is coming out saying he's very angry with these rumors that are coming out. There's no such thing, and blah blah blah. This is not about money. This is about it's about making sure that the player. This is what the agent said. The agent said it is about making sure that the player is going to be in the right environment for him to develop and grow well. Total BS. This is he's doing the part of a fixer. He's cleaning up. Yes, this is about money. This is always about money. This is what agents are there for. This is about money. Obviously, it is about money. The fact that Camarda has not been renewed right away says that there's something there that did not go according to plan. I don't see any club in the world that would not renew their or not give a contract to their most prized jewel of the youth sector. We compare this to how a Real Madrid would behave. Not even a Juve, Inter, Roma, any club, any club that has a jewel of this caliber in their team would not take it would not manage the situation this way. So it's a very bad situation, very bad for the player to have to read all these messages about him and to have the newspaper go on about him. It must be really weird for him. There's a lot of fans that now are angry at Camarda, right? This kid, he literally just turned 16 and he's already getting the heat of the populace. And this here, you've got to blame the adults. You have to blame the adults. Who are the adults? The adults are AC Milan and the agents, of course. We're not saying the agents have no fault here. So new Let's call them rumors, have come out regarding this situation. And now the reason why I am talking about this, because it is simply because to me it is very strange that they haven't renewed this kid. And also it is very strange that they're saying they're going to renew this kid, or they're going to give this kid a contract in July. To me, this is very strange. When you have these 1 in a million kind of things, you don't do that. This is not common practice. So this is the new rumor that has come out. And again, guys, these are all rumors. And just like the agent, we know the agent here is lying, by the way. He's just doing cleanup. So according to what has come out, which to me kind of makes sense, Camarda and the parents want to stay at Milan. Their idea is to stay at Milan, and they had already found an agreement with AC Milan through Dottavio, the DS. Dottavio is the DS, and they were ready to sign the contract the day he turned 16. But they had already figured this out months ago, which to me, that is what a normal club would do. So this is why I'm putting a little bit of weight on these rumors. This is what a normal club would do. They would have already figured this out months ago. So this is why I'm reporting these rumors. Now, they did find an agreement with the player. And according to these rumors, the agreement was 500K per season. 500K per season. And then when Ibra got in the club and he was given power to make these kind of decisions, Ibra said that 500K for a 16-year-old is too much. He doesn't agree with that number, so he wants to renegotiate the contract. And in the meantime, that opened the door for teams like Manchester United and Man City to come in and check the waters and offer contracts. And also the agent is 100% shopping the player across Europe. So essentially, what we have here is people in the club that do not agree with each other, to the point where we might lose the most important youth jewel that Milan has had since Paolo Maldini. Now, we will find out more about this, but to me, it is strange that they have not renewed Camarda yet. This is very strange. So there's something there. Where there's smoke, a shot has been fired. And to me, this is very, very concerning. And to me, this is proof. It is further proof that this management is very amateur. It is a very amateur management. They're literally learning how to do the job on the go, on the fly. And if we lose Camarda because of this situation that has come out regarding Ibra, saying, no, 500K is too much for this kid, right? And then we end up losing this player. And this guy ends up being the next Haaland. This will be one of Ibra's biggest amateuristic mistakes he will make. And this is what happens when you hire amateurs and you give them right away top positions. This is why when Maldini got the job, he was an apprentice. And he started as an apprentice and he learned the job as he went. So we might be seeing incredible incompetence right now in how they're handling this situation. Antonio's here. And it is extremely concerning. And to me, it is very, very negative. Let's see how this goes. Obviously, I want the team to renew Camarda, and that is what we want to see. But the fact that they haven't done that yet, to me, tells me all I need to know about how incompetent this club is. Antonio, what's up, my man?
Yo, how's it going? I'm outside right now.
Yusuf, you want the link? Some of the new names we'll talk. Okay, I'll give you the link in a second. I'm seeing a lot of good rumors signing in the summer. I see nothing wrong in Milan's part. The agent is the only problem. Even if we try to renew before, the agent wouldn't allow it to get attention. Well, I hope you heard what I said here. This is not a matter of the agent. It's a matter that they did find an agreement at 500K per season, but Ibra came in afterwards. And I criticized the timing of Ibra. Like, why is Ibra coming into this club and making decisions mid-season? Like, do that in the summer. So there you go. There you go. If this turns out to be...
I just have to ask you a question about this. So I actually didn't read this today. So what you're saying is that Ibra said that 500,000 a season is too much?
Yeah.
Like that's what he said?
Right.
And which news source reported this?
This is a rumor. These are rumors. This is not news. This is not official news.
Yeah,
it's just rumors.
I also saw that there's news that Camarda's entourage is like very upset about the 10 million commission like news because they're saying that that's all a lie. So it depends on like you don't really know what's true right now.
Right. And obviously the agent is 100% just doing cleanup. Okay, guys, like agents trying to act as if this is not about money. Yeah, right. Okay, I got a bridge made out of tooth sticks in Baltimore. I can sell you for $2,000 or whatever. Yeah, no. This agent is doing cleanup. We know that this is about money. Of course, this is about money. So we have to see what happens. The smoke, Antonio. The smoke is the fact that they want to wait until July, or they haven't done this yet, or they haven't even figured this out yet. We've known this kid as doing crazy numbers since he was 14. Okay, guys, I was checking some stats. I was looking at some players, like our top players at AC Milan: Leao, Magnan, Theo Hernandez. Let's just look at those three players right there. Those are our three top players. Magnan debuted in the Youth Champions League at 18, Leao at 17, and Theo at 17. So these guys, Magnan, these guys that we consider the best in the world, were one time in the youth league when they were teenagers. Camarda did it at 15, but Camarda didn't do it at 15 as a bench player. No, Camarda is doing it at 15 as a key player, a starter who is scoring crazy goals against the new Magnan, against the new Leaos, against the new Theo Hernandez at 15. And he got the assist against Real Madrid. Like, how do you not already have a player like this secured in the bank? So there's smoke. There's something is going on. So whatever the agent is doing cleanup, there's obviously something did not connect at the higher up in the offices when they're dealing with this contract. Obviously, there's an issue here. Go ahead. You're muted, Antonio. I don't know if you.
Yeah, hello. I wasn't going to say anything. I don't want to. But anyways, no, I just don't think we know what's going on.
Okay, but do you not agree with me that the fact that this kid has not been renewed yet, that something is going on?
Well, yeah, I mean, it's negotiations. Like, I just
okay,
don't know about all the details.
Hold on, but don't you agree with me that these negotiations are negotiations you do before he turns 16, not after he turns 16? We're not talking about a normal player here.
Yeah, I know. I mean, ideally, we should be getting these done. I mean, but to be fair, I don't want to make this just about the management because even Maldini had these issues as well, where we probably should have had negotiations done early. But yes, I agree. We should do it in this case.
Well, okay. So if even Maldini, so then this is not about this. It wasn't about Maldini then, right? It was someone else that was stopping these decisions. By the way, guys, the youth team of Milan was built by Maldini. Yeah, it was built by Maldini in these past 5 years. The youth, the good things that we're seeing from the youth team. Luckily, the current management has not put their hands yet in the youth team. Actually, the thing that the current management is doing with the youth team is allowing the possibility of Camarda being taken away from us. So, Jesus. Edison says we have bigger problems than Camarda, Roy, Theo Magnan, renewals. Well, no, I think it's all the same. They're all. You can't say, okay, we're gonna. Who cares about Camarda? No, it's all the same. It's all part of the process. All of these players are important. All of it is important. It's a puzzle. Every piece needs to be in place. So it's not like, okay, who gives a shit about Camarda? Let's talk about what are we going to do with Magnan. Camarda to me is right now the biggest, let's say, proof that this management is incompetent. The way it seemed to me always. Well, I'm currently preparing 2 kilograms of kit with okay, I got 15. What? Okay. All right. I'll put in the link in a moment, Yusuf. If this management is all about Moneyball, then I don't understand why we wouldn't sign this kid for a future sale at least. Yes. Yeah, absolutely. So let's see what happens. Obviously, guys, there's money involved in this. Obviously, this is about money. That is not a question. So this report that came out in the news is complete. Just it's a fixer. Do you know what a fixer? You know what a fixer is, Antonio, right?
One sec.
All right. Okay. Whatever. So a fixer is, for people who don't know what a fixer is, just check it out. So basically, what he is doing in the news is trying to fix the situation because it went really bad. Christian says, always blame the management, never the player underperforming such as Leo. This channel so by should have called it Maldini FC, Forza Milan. Underperforming such as Leo? What? I don't know. If you're going to say something that makes sense, dude. If you want to attack this channel, attack it properly. Do I need to fucking give you the right talking points to attack the channel? What? Players underperforming. All I see is his agent trying to make a name for himself by stalling and trying to get attention. I wouldn't be surprised if Camarda fires his agent. Well, his agent is Beppe. We're talking about, the biggest. We're talking about the Raiola. We're talking about the new. He's the new Raiola. This guy is Raiola 2.0. Raiola 2.0. Like he has all the best talent in Italy. This guy's all about the money. It's all about the money. Forza Soccer, just fucking sign him. It's really not that hard. Yeah. And guys, we are going to talk about different things too today. I'm reading it back now and what? Come on. Hey, stop, dude. Like, what are you doing here? What are you doing? What are you doing here?
What's going on?
Nothing. Just nothing. Anyway, so guys, yeah, Antonio, we will see what happens. I'm quite upset. I'm quite upset.
I think we're gonna keep him. Come on.
We'll see. We will definitely see.
If he leaves, of course, then you have to put some blame onto them. I mean, I think it's just too big of a risk. Even if he doesn't turn out to be this phenomenal player, you can't take a risk like this. Doesn't make sense.
Yeah. Nobody is bigger than the player. Yeah, 10 million for his he can say. Yeah, but 10 million right now, the agent is saying that this is not true because it is against the rules. But it might be true that Manchester United said by the time he turns 18, you will get this money, right? And that might be true. That Manchester United, because the thing is that the subsequent, let's call them rumors for now, even Transfer Market is saying that Manchester City is linked to Camarda. Transfer Market says that Camarda has a 13% chance of joining Man City. So what could be true is that these teams like Man City, Manchester United have come in and told Beppe, okay, we will sign him, but when he turns 18, then you can get your commission, right? Obviously, that can be very possible. So whatever Beppe is saying right now in the media is probably, he's just trying to fix this. He's just trying to clear the waters, trying to divert attention. If true, is Ibra only going to work with people that only he likes, regardless of whether they're good for Milan or not? Okay, and this is a very interesting situation because Beppe Rizzo, for example, and Ibra do not have a good relationship, according to what has been reported. So, is this true that Ibra is only going to work with people that he likes? Yeah, we know Ibra has quite the temperament. So, yeah. If this kid goes, I don't care. I don't know. I don't know what is going to happen in the future. All I care about is that this kid should have been signed the day he turned 16, because that's what a top elite club should be doing. That's it. It's very simple. We don't even need to talk about rumors. We don't even need to talk about anything. We don't need to talk about maybe this, maybe that. The situation is very simple. A kid like this, you sign the day he turned 16. That's it. Done. So if Camarda loves to stay and his family loves to stay, what does Man City rumors say about him? The agent. Yeah, of course. The agent is trying to shop him around. So what the agent is saying here in the news is probably not true. Obviously, the agent is trying to shop him around. We'll see whether the Ibra story is true or not. We will see whether the Ibra story is true or not. Anyway, we can move on to other subjects. There's a few more interesting factoids that came out today. Did you, Antonio, did you see what happened with Tonali? Yeah, Antonio, are you here, bro? All right. So I don't know why the fuck I'm talking to Antonio. This guy's not even here. Whatever. He looks slow, but other than that, he is great. Oh, sorry, Yusef. Let me send you the link.
Roy, I'm here.
Did you see what happened with Tonali?
Oh yeah, this is hilarious, man. The funniest news of the day.
So yeah.
Roy, the one thing you got to say though is if that's the reason why we sold him, which there's no proof, then we can't. Then all the blame of the management is a little bit reduced. Like, I mean, I was really mad that they sold him.
I don't. Kind of you know what? I don't agree with you there. You know why I don't agree with you? Because if a management knew this and they sold him for that reason, bro, the lawsuits are going to be coming in like crazy.
Yes, but so far I haven't heard any news of a lawsuit, and I just doubt that they'd be able to find proof. Like,
that's the thing. They got to find proof. The lawsuits have already been talked about, and yes, it's been already a few months since they have started the process of doing lawsuits, because it was reported that Newcastle was saying, yeah, Milan knew about this. What that Milan has already been accused about this, so they need to find the proof. That will be difficult to do. If they can't find the proof, then yeah, it's Wall Street doing their thing. Do I think that the management deserves any praise for this operation? No, not at all. Yusuf, what's up?
What's up, Roy?
How you doing, man?
Pretty good. How about you?
Good. It's been a while. Go ahead.
It's been a minute. You guys are talking about the Tonali thing?
Yeah, Tonali. What do you know about it?
I mean, I just saw the news, and apparently they're going to wait until April 2nd, I believe, to get some information from his side.
What are the repercussions?
I have no clue, to be honest, but they said that they want to hear him first before giving out punishment.
So they found over 50 cases of him doing bets, right? And in England too, right?
Yeah. I mean,
Dude,
here's
this-
the thing. Here's the thing. If he gets banned from the Premier League and the Champions League, but not the Serie A, I think there's a potential deal we could do here. I mean, if we could get him
Oh,
back on the
really?
cheap and he could play in the Serie A, I would do that.
You would get him back?
Yes. If he wasn't
Really?
banned in the Serie A.
Hmm.
Yeah. I mean, if he's banned for another season, I mean, there's an opportunity there for Newcastle to get back some money off that deal.
Now, I mean, obviously Milan would not get him back unless he comes back for free.
I mean,
Do
I
you
don't
see
see a
Milan?
problem of paying 20 million and him just playing in the Serie A for a season. Then the season after he could play Champions League. I mean, if you sell him for 70 million and buy him back for 20 million, that's good business.
A good business for Milan.
Yes, so long
Not,
as he can play in the Serie A.
not good business for Newcastle, though.
No.
Yeah. So, yeah. Okay. So here, what it says: Tonali charged by FA for alleged breaches of betting rules with further ban possible. It was confirmed last September that Tonali's lawyer had accepted a 10-month ban on playing for the client after a plea bargain, in addition to which will be 8 months of treatment his gambling addiction. As has previously been reported, Tonali placed bets on Milan, which increased the length of the ban, even if his cooperation helped massively. Milan, as has been made clear before, we're not aware of Tonali's gambling addiction, and we're not expecting any contact from Newcastle over the case. Yeah, this is what we were talking about earlier. Newcastle did ask questions regarding Milan not expecting contact, but they did ask questions, and the possibility of a lawsuit was there. I remember reading that. But of course, you have to prove it, like Antonio was saying, so it's not easy. The midfield has thus been serving his ban and preparing to return in the summer, but now something else has come to light. In a statement on their official website, Newcastle conveyed the news regarding the latest charge that Tonali is facing. Newcastle United acknowledges a misconduct charge received by Sandro Tonali in respect of alleged breaches of FA betting rules. Sandro continues to fully comply.
Is FA related to the English Premier League or is it related to? That's the
Yeah,
question.
FA is a Premier League. Yeah.
Okay, so if he gets another season, a ban on another season in the Premier League, but not the Serie A, I think this is a huge opportunity for us to get him back.
Hey, listen. I mean, I would love to get Tonali back, dude. I mean, I'm all for that, but I don't. I mean, yeah, as a fan, and also technically, I think that's what we need. My question is, would this management get Tonali back?
I think so, because in terms of business wise, it would make sense because they sold him at 70 million. If they can get him for less, for way less than that, then I think this is a great opportunity.
Yeah,
Or
well,
we could
okay.
we could do a trade for one of our players with Tonali.
I mean, hey, dude, I'm on board. I'm on board. I'm not complaining. I'm totally on board with that.
But the question is, will he have a ban in Serie A? Because it comes with that risk that if we do get him or trade him for another player, then
Okay, well, let's see what it says here. Tonali is alleged to have breached FA Rule E850 50 times by betting on matches between August 12th and October 12th. So August 12th, that was while he was at Newcastle, right? Yeah, that is while he was at Newcastle. So those are FA. Right. So yeah, it would be another ban for the FA, right? I don't know if this ban would apply to all of Europe. That's what you're asking too, right?
yeah.
According to The Sun, he has been serving the ban given to him by Italian authorities since October, but he now faces a longer spell on the sidelines after the FA's charge. The FA have been investigating alleged betting breaches made by Tonali since he signed for the Magpies on matches between August and October. Bro, what the fuck is wrong with this guy? Like, okay, at this point, it is a disease. Like, obviously, it is a disease. Like, you go to a new club and you're playing with fire like that. Like right away, you don't even like. It has to be like a mental disorder at
But do you think it's true though? I mean, it could be false.
Well, yeah. It's right now. It's alleged. It says Tonali is alleged. If it is true that this guy between August 12th and October 12th, as soon as he joins a new club, he's already betting on Premier League games like he's the boss. Like this dude should be a mafia boss, man, not a football player. He's got the temperament of a mafia boss, dude, not a fucking football player. Like that's pretty like courageous if it's true. You go straight away in a new country, new league, and you play with fire like that. It's like he's not even thinking about his career. Like, what the fuck is going on with him? Obviously, there's something wrong with his mind, with his state of mind. There's definitely something there. Yeah, I don't know what do you make out of it? Like, if this is true,
I mean, it's strange because
about his personality and temperament.
I mean, it's strange because he's still young and he's got a bright future. I don't know why he would want to do this and kind of harm his career. I mean,
Yeah.
it's or he might not. He might have not known about. I don't know. Like he might have not known about this rule or something. Maybe he might have done bets without knowing that this is illegal. I'm just throwing out like theories, you know.
Right. Also, I'm curious to see what kind of bets. Like, is he betting on himself getting yellow cards?
I mean, his agent should be telling him not to do this. I don't know what's wrong with his management team. You know, like there's definitely a question mark there. The agent has to come in and jump on like, why aren't you stopping Tonali from betting? Or do they have managed? Do each players have like their own managers to tell them how they should behave or guide them?
Yeah, if they know, yes, they should do something about it. By the way, this his agent is the same agent as Camarda, by the way, so it's quite interesting. But yeah, this is obviously a sickness to me. Like if you're betting right away, as soon as you step into a new country, into the league, and you're risking your career at this young age, because come on. I think he knows it's illegal, right? Like I think they know the rules.
Yeah, but
like these are basic rules. These are basic rules.
But his agent should guide him and tell him not to do this. Like he's a professional player, so he's also a national team player, so he should be knowing all this. And the team surrounding him should.
Roy, my boy, what's up,
Clint.
I didn't transform. I'm full blown for Lanista now.
How, Clint? Come on, Clint. How did that happen, bro? Why did you let that happen? Why did you let that happen, Clint?
I have to accept the reality, man. What can I do?
Don't let that happen, Clint.
Watch this.
There's always a path back. There's always a path back.
Let me give you an analogy. You're in California, and you know how shit that state and turned into, but you're still there. You accepted the reality of it. That's truth. You haven't moved out of there. You're still there. You know your fucking state is going to shit.
Okay, but
no, okay, yeah. See, you laughing. Yeah, it's the same
that's not
thing.
That's not the same thing. That's not the same thing.
You have accepted Gavin Newsom as your Lord and Savior. That's the reality of it.
I did not actually vote for him, but let me tell you this. Let me tell you this. I mean, I like my situation here, so I have no problem with it. You know
exactly. So we started.
So you like the Fulani situation? Is that what you're saying?
I mean, here's how I look at it. It's not like it, but it's kind of like
accepting it.
We're tolerating it because other teams are doing bad. Now we're not finishing 10th or 7th, right? I'm not saying we can't go higher or set, but that's the new reality. And also, I'm getting ready to share something in the group chat. It's actually a good a store video about the Athletic on how American banks actually. I mean, I read this before, but I actually found it just popped up on my feed, and I'll share it to y'all. It's really informative. How
But
literally like
listen,
go ahead.
for me, it doesn't matter who owns a club, whether it's American or from Mars. Just hire competent people to run the club. That's all
Yeah,
I care
but the
about.
but the thing is this though, bro. You hire competent people for the club if your vision, right, it's in line with the culture of the sport, meaning your intentions why you got into the sport in the first place. It's almost like we would expect. I'm pretty sure all Milan fans would agree. We would want an owner that takes Milan as a passion project. When something's a passion project, meaning you're ready to lose and
Yeah,
actually profit, right?
of course.
That's not what's happening, right?
Yeah, I know.
I
I
just
know.
found out that the Madrid's new stadium was financed by Goldman Sachs and JP Morgan,
Yeah, yeah.
right?
Goldman Sachs is also the guy that
So
I mean they
they
wanted to
bought
fund the Super League too.
no, but they actually I just found out that actually they own actually all the projects, literally
Yeah, but they're not
all
running Real Madrid. They're not running Real Madrid.
they're not at the lower level, right? Because Madrid is still keeping that base,
They're
but deep in
yeah.
the
It's
hear me
just
out,
money.
but deep in the cracks though, deep in the cracks, they're in control of it. Now the reason why they're not running Real Madrid is just for the moment right now. What's his name has a strong foothold, but let's say I have a question. Let's say the moment Fiorentino Perez is no longer there,
The next president will
does
be voted
come
in, and it'll be the
right
same shit.
as they did the first time, and then Madrid was fucking sinking, and they had to bring him back, and that's when they won the Champions League. Because if you remember correctly, during that whole Galacticos era, Fiorentino Perez wasn't there, and look, they weren't performing, man. They were spending the money on these players. What I'm trying to get at is this. What I'm trying to get at is this Milan. Europe sold out, and a lot of Jerry's are going to be showing up. Unless we get I think our best situation is to really get somebody from the Middle East where their money, they're not tied to the bank, because as far as Milan, we're far away from Madrid to begin with. You get somebody like Jerry, if he doesn't have his own money, how much, right, can he influence by bringing the right people in? Because the right people in, they might not have the same vision as him,
But
i.e. Maldini. Look what happened.
to be honest, I thought the season would be worse. But
Exactly.
second place isn't that bad. The only situation that's making it worse is that Inter is at first place and they're winning the second star. If it was,
Well, the
if
Champions
it
League was
was,
pretty bad.
yeah, I agree. But if we win the Europa League, I don't think it's a bad season. I thought that we would end up in like fourth place or fifth place. But I don't think management has done terrible, but there is some decision making that was poor. For example, the Chukwueze deal. I think 30 million for Chukwueze is way too much.
Right.
I don't think this management has ability to build a winning championship culture mentality.
I don't think you can come up with that conclusion with just one season. I think we need to.
No,
I think we need to be fair and give them the benefit of the
Here's
doubt.
I think you can. I think you can
right.
because it's not something that anybody can do. Certainly not bankers from the U.S.
Right.
from Wall Street.
Right. But here's going to be the reality. The reality is this. The reality is these guys, they're going to be in charge. From the Todd, Boyley, and all these guys that came in. And there's going to be more of them coming in, by the way. I know
But
for a fact. The thing
okay.
is going to be this. It's going to be their main incentive. I'm telling you right now, I reckon in 10 years, they already started with the format of the Champions League, with the Champions League. I reckon that this is going to turn into some franchise type thing. Because here's what the bankers are saying, and this is what I saw in Soccer Economics, and I saw reports. I really read that Athletic a lot,
Bingo.
and I just saw the video. Here's what's going to happen is essentially, right now they're saying that the viewership for football in Europe is really undervalued. You understand? And their main goal is how can we milk money out of it? Football is the only sport right now on earth that has a cash flow, right? It's a small business. If you're an entrepreneur in the business world, in terms of comparison to business, football is a really, really small business
I
compared
have
to
no
tech.
problem with any of this, Clint.
But yeah, I know you don't. But what I'm trying to get at is that's what they're going to be prioritizing. So that's going to be the new norm. That's essentially what I'm getting at.
Listen, and okay, let's also okay. That's not a problem for me. That all of that is not a problem. Economics and how economics move and how they change and the cycles. I have no issue with that. I don't care who owns Milan. I just want the person that owns Milan to treat Milan like a football club, like an elite football club. If you're going to treat Milan like this, then you're not treating Milan like Milan should be treated.
Which should not, because Roy, watch this though. To treat Milan, let's say you're a banker, you don't know nothing about the sport. To treat Milan as a football club, you need to be able to quantify, let's say, the history, which we cannot really quantify. Yes, you can, but let's say that in layman's term, you can't really quantify the value of history of an elite club. If you're a banker, if you're outside the sport, fans can quantify because the prestige and all that. It's a feeling, it's the results on the pitch. What I'm trying to get at is the judgment is not going to go hand in hand with that if that doesn't meet the profits or whatever economic mechanism they put in place to be able to triple whatever revenue. That's not gonna, and they're not gonna quantify it to be like, oh, we're gonna treat it as an elite club. They're gonna look at it, numbers. We're not meeting numbers. We need to cut costs. Do this, do that, which is not gonna go in cahoots with what the fans want.
I don't think Jerry is that naive. Like, he knows that he needs to satisfy the fans as well.
I know he does, right? But watch this though. He needs to satisfy the fan for now. You understand? I don't know if you live in the States, brother. I don't know. But essentially, I know when I say they're going to franchise the thing is as long as they can stay afloat, right? They're going to find a middle ground, which essentially, so in soccer economics, I think it was a book, like page 5, which you can actually see that with Tottenham, where they literally clearly state that for to do over break, not even have a break even for a owner to have to make profit on a club, his team needs to be at mid-level, right? Like if you're lowering around like from 5th to 10th, you're probably going to be making more money. So essentially what I'm seeing what they're trying to do is that's why he's so set on the entertainment piece and all that. Essentially turn Milan into some Dallas Cowboy. The brand is there, but it doesn't always relate to, and I'm speculating here, right? It might not always go the way they want it as well. But essentially, we got the name brand. We might have losing records. We might not have always good seasons. But if we can get 2 or 3 good seasons in and there on a 10-year span, let's say, for example, as long as the revenue is multiplying, those are the gimmicks they're going to play, i.e. bring the Pulisic of the world.
So
we're getting jerseys.
Are the fans going to be satisfied with 2 or 3 seasons, good seasons, out of 10 seasons? If they're not going to be satisfied, then I think Jerry isn't going to do that.
Yeah, because we both need to sit down, right, and ask yourself, if you were to ask Jerry, if he had a lunch with him, what is his priority? Is this priority Milan winning the Champions League in the next 2
absolutely
3 years?
not.
Or
his priority is not Milan. His
Right.
priority is Redbird. His priority is Redbird.
It's Redbird, and that's what I'm trying to get at. That's going to be the reality for teams that are not.
I don't accept it.
Yeah,
Clay, I don't accept it.
and I know you don't accept, but I'm trying to break it to you. That's the reality, brother.
I know what it is. I've been saying what you're saying for months now. I know what it is.
I want y'all to accept it, because I'm like, if Milan, you're going to be. I need you to accept it, because listen, you're going to be a Milan fan for the rest of your life. If these guys are there for like the next 20, 30 years, because you left Elliott, now you got a mini Jerry, then there's going to be somebody else. Maybe Fulani comes up with his capital fund and brings Milan to, I don't know. Fulani said he's a Milan fan, man. You don't respect that?
I'm ask you something. If they renew Magnan and Theo, would you still have the same opinions?
Me? Yes.
Even if they renew Magnan and Theo?
Trust me. Yeah, listen, even if they bring back Maldini, Roy's not going to care.
No. If they bring back if they bring back Maldini, then I'll change my mind.
So then you'll get it. You'll definitely do You'll definitely get Fulani tatted on your chest.
Because I'm
Like as you
all about
suggested.
listen. I'm all about learning and learning from your mistakes. Like redemption exists. It's a word. It's a reality. Yeah, if they know that they're making the mistakes on the football aspect, they know that they should do much better with the resources they have, and we made a mistake. Let's fix these mistakes. And if that fixing that mistake is bringing Maldini, yeah, I'll give him props for that.
I personally feel is that I don't think the major initial players, right? Because to be honest, football started really getting popular worldwide. I mean, it's always been popular, but when I mean popular, really worldwide. If you want to look at the peak of football, personally, you would have asked me, I'd probably say late '80s, all the way until now. Like '70s prior to that, not really. Across the world, not really. Except nations that are participating, of course. But like in terms of like a lifestyle, the cultural aspect of football, I think late '80s to now, that the major players during that era, I don't think they anticipated or they think they were thinking in advance. The Premier League, yes, to a certain extent, but they needed the capital of these like the Russian oligarchs and like these Saudis running over there, right? It's not really English. I mean, how many owners do you know that are English that really brought their team to top level in those 2000s? No, everybody suffered the same consequences. I think with Italy, it's just they didn't have that chance to get the Middle Easterns come to them first. But essentially, what I'm trying to get is the old guard. They sold out, man. They sold out.
But that to me, it's not about that. Like that to me is a non sequitur, Clint. Whether it's Arabs, Americans, or whoever, it doesn't matter. Elliott, who is a American company, maybe one of the morally worst companies on the planet, actually did really good job with Milan. They actually did really good because they put in charge people that really understand football. And Elliott got what they wanted. So you can do good business and I don't think they're doing good business. You do good business when you put in the right people. Elliott did good business. Elliott did good business for them, and they did good business for Milan. Unfortunately, Elliott has no more morals, so they're going to sell to whoever they know they can make a profit to. If that person is incompetent, they don't care about that.
But then here's what I'm trying to look at.
You gotta give Moncada, Zlatan, and Forlani at least like some time. You can't just come up with.
Nah, Zlatan for me, I wouldn't even put him in there. Okay, I think Zlatan is a pawn. Zlatan is a pawn. From like the moves he's been doing for me, he's an asset. He's a pawn. He's not, Zlatan is not here for that. The ties that Zlatan, the love he has for Milan, it's bro. My grandmother probably loves Milan more than him. Right? I'm not saying he's an anti-Milan, but I think he's there for his own self-interest. He's not there for any of that. It's just a reality. He's not done on behalf of a Milan. He's done on behalf of Red Bird Capital. Here's what I'm trying to say. What I'm trying to get at is
I don't want to. I'll really fast. But don't you think that's the same with everybody there right now?
Yeah, I mean, I'm not saying you do. They all are the same. They all are the same. They all are the same. What I'm trying to get at is it's like that's the new reality. The reality is, bro, like these guys. Even when Elliott was there, when you said they put the right people in charge, Elliott wasn't there to come and win trophies. They were there to stabilize. Some people who owed them money. They didn't pay. So they're going to rebrand. And then rebranding Milan, yes, you have to make decent, you got to buy decent guys and bring them in. I mean, you saw, bro, they didn't come here to try to turn us into a winning. They wanted to stabilize and get rid of their asset. Mm-hmm.
But who did they put to work at the club? They put Leonardo, right?
Right.
Leonardo with Maldini. Like at the time, Leonardo came from PSG. No, he came from.
He came from PSG, and then he went back to PSG again.
Right. So like that's a guy with experience. That's a guy that is working with top level clubs. That's a guy that has been. That's one of the most intelligent people in football. And then you bring in Maldini there, a Milan legend. Then you bring, sorry, 1 second. Then you bring Gazidis. Gazidis, a guy that's been working in football all his life, managerial positions in football all his life. He has that Arsenal experience which is priceless. Then Masara comes in. You have Boban and whatever. Like these are people that can bring your club to the top with limited investments, because these are people that know the sport. These are PhDs. These guys that we have now are not PhDs. Let's just be real. These are guys that are learning they're learning football as we speak.
Fulani, listen, hey, Fulani went to Harvard. Full respect on his name, man.
but Moncada has been in this business for a while, and so has Ibrahimovic. I think they understand football. Even Baresi.
I mean,
I
Moncada.
don't know what Baresi.
Well,
I don't know what Baresi's
Baresi doesn't
role
do
is,
anything.
but
He doesn't do anything.
Berezi is a pendant. That's what he is. That's it.
I mean, there's
That's-
still there
His
are still
role,
people in management.
his role actually pisses me off because he could have been doing more, but he's just. I mean, if he's still around, it's for me. It's like if he was really against. That's what I'm talking about, Roy. You saying Maldini this and all that. People like Baresi, if they were really upset that Maldini left, he would have been like, "Bro, I'm out." Baresi was in there. Baresi went to Serie B with Milan. He saw everything. Why is he still around the club?
I'm going to ask you a question, Clint. But there's no way you can escape this question, Clint.
Okay.
Let's say you're the owner of a club, right? Let's say you know football the way you know football right now. Okay, everything you know about football right now. You have the opportunity to buy a club, and you are given the option to run the club, and you're given these teams: Leonardo, Maldini, Boba, Massara, or Furlani, Dottavio, Cardinale, and Ibra. Who do you choose?
No, if I have the football knowledge that I have now,
Who do you choose?
I'll probably take Boban, and I'll
Yeah.
definitely take Maldini.
You'll
I
take
think
that team right there.
Boban has a lot to do. Now, let's say, okay, let me
but this
reverse the
is-
question. Let me reverse the
Isn't this
question.
normal? Isn't
But
this
it-
logic?
That's logic if I know football. Now, if I'm unaware of the sport, that I come into Italy, you understand? And I'm not coming based on, I want Milan to win. I saw Milan as an opportunity and I showed up. I don't care who the main players are. You know how Copa America works, Roy? Let's not act crazy. You know when new management comes in, they clean house. They don't care. They go by what they feel that's suited. That's how he's a Goldman Sachs guy. Do work at Goldman Sachs for how many years?
What has that got to do with running a club? I don't get it.
It's the same as running the club because that's his asset. He put money in it.
No, but it's not a retail store. It's a sports team.
It's a
Sports
sports
is
team.
the business.
It's the sport, is the business, and these guys been in sports for a while. They just went in European sports, and that's how they're looking at it. If I gotta be on Jerry, let me say I'm Jerry for example. I'm American. I don't really know much. Yes, I'm gonna listen to Maldini, but the thing is, to what extent? What are Maldini's limitation in terms of like behind the club? Does Maldini know how to run like the economical part of the club?
He doesn't need to do that. He doesn't need to do that.
Yeah. I'm just thinking. I'm gonna tell you,
Maldini doesn't need to do it.
Yeah, he doesn't need to do it. Americans are arrogant. They're gonna come in. They don't care. They're gonna be like, okay, Moncada is the brother. You're the scout. They're gonna bring their guys in. That's how he's looking at it.
Okay. But it's clearly a mistake because if he wanted to make more money, he should bring in people that can develop a top-level squad even with a limited budget. Just give him the minimum in order to get the players but to
your point right there. To your point right there.
Hold on. But you make more money like that. You make more money.
No. But to your point. But to your
trophies.
point. Yeah, making more money like that. You're seeing as making trophies. Okay, trophy what? How much you get paid for the Scudetto?
Prize money. How much you make
for the Scudetto?
Tons. Because the media that comes with that is gigantic.
Yeah, you can look at that, but these guys
no.
numbers.
That is what numbers.
Bro.
Numbers.
Other than the Champions League, man. Other than the Champions League.
You can't avoid.
No, winning the city, yeah. It's a good feeling for us, the fans. If your owner brings nothing in your pockets, they're looking
BS.
at others. That's why he wants to build that stadium.
You know that is BS. You know, if you win the Champions League, you make 150 million.
Listen. Right now, I'm speaking to you as a owner. I'm not speaking to Let me finish, please, as a fan. Yeah, go ahead.
But please, let me just finish this. And I find it incredible that you don't agree with me here. Champions League, you make a lot of money. It's over 100 million if you win. But then the media and the commercial the aspects that come after that, you're going to be the team that is going to be selling the most shirts. You're going to be the team that is going to be on TV the most. You're going to be the team that is going to be talked the most because you're the champion. Obviously, it's not just the prize money that is good business is everything that comes with it.
But Roy, let me tell you this. Okay.
Yeah, is that not true? Is that not true?
This is true. If
Okay.
as a fan, if I speak as a Milan fan,
But not as a fan,
no,
as a business,
no,
as
no,
a business.
as a businessman, if I come to Europe, I disagree with that. Hear me out. I disagree with that because if I come in, if I'm not aware of all these things, I don't really care. I'm gonna come through and I'm gonna ask, okay, what works? I'm gonna look for the alternatives. Alternatives to this. If I want more media press, oh, what do I do? Bring in an American, so we can get the American crowd to sell shirts. How the Premier League makes all their money. To be honest, some of their money in the States.
Okay.
How do I make money in the States?
That's fine.
Do Milan make money in the States by Milan winning the Scudetto in Italy? No.
Okay.
The rest of the world's not really going to care about that.
Hold on. What if you have Pulisic winning a Scudetto with Milan shirt on?
That's you get money.
Okay.
You do get
and that's
money.
what I'm talking about.
But I know you're talking, but you need to bring in Pulisic first, right?
Yeah, Maldini wanted Pulisic. Wasn't Pulisic one of the players that Maldini was after for a long time?
I don't know. I know it's RLC. I know you wanted
RLC and Pulisic. We're talking about these players for a long time.
But what I'm trying to get at is these guys when they come in. I'm thinking about. I'm gonna give you my thought. What's behind my brain here is. I'm looking at them the same way I look at. I follow other sports, right? I watch a lot of hockey and all that. I'm thinking about how a franchise owner thinks. And essentially, those are the signs I'm seeing from them. And that's how they're looking at it. How do we market? I look at the Capitals, right? I'm a big Capitals fan. Capitals draft Ovechkin. They know. Hockey is played in Scandinavia and all these cold places. You get an Ovechkin, you already know that, Russia or that part of Europe is going to be on lock. Or if we get in these Swedish, like the Nordstrom, we got Lindstrom, one of our players, that plays with us. You bring all these guys in, we know we're gonna have visibility and marketability. And I listen to all of this fucking fools, all his little conferences, little tour he went and did. When he sits there and he keeps using the word ecosystem all the time. You can count the amount of times. You can't even count when he says, "Oh, it's an ecosystem." They essentially want to turn Milan into an entertainment type thing. That's their end goal. And I think that's going to be the reality of these new owners. They're going to be sneaking into Europe.
I don't mind that so long as we win.
Right. Nobody's going to mind as long as we win.
Yeah.
Now, we're in the beginning phases of it. This is pretty much his first year to really assess them, right? To really assess them with, their full, with their guys and all that. Let's see where that goes. That's what I'm saying is like, that's our new reality. It doesn't mean we'll agree with them or we like them. It's just like, dude, they're custodians of this. I'm a Milan fan. Let's see what you guys are going to do. We're not expecting less. We definitely don't want to expect like worse. But that's my point of view on all of this. It's like, hey, they have it. Who's gonna come and get us? I don't know, bro. The world is sold out, bro. Everybody's sold out, man. Right now, I don't know. I'm gonna send you another report, Roy, where they're saying Apple actually is getting. I'm gonna tell you this.
I know
Apple's
all of
getting
this,
ready.
Clint. I know all of this.
So you know Tim Cook and them.
I know what Apple wants to do. I know what they want to do.
They're getting ready to buy football. So let's see.
Virtual reality. I know what they want to do.
No, I'm not even talking about the virtual reality piece. Forget that.
Yeah, that's how they want to sell it. That's how they want to sell it. That's how they want.
Bro,
That's how they want the people to consume it.
Because
tied into
let's fast forward. Let's fast forward 20 years, 30 years from now. 30 years from now, I reckon seeing football on some franchise level where it's just the big teams, like all the other, like the lower leagues, just become like some type of J League where you just go pick your players there, and then it becomes like a close league. I reckon that's what's going to happen in the years to come. I promise you that. I think that's what's going to. We're going that route.
How do you expect us to go that far if Serie A is still like behind? I mean, if you watch the Premier League or Bundesliga, the production is just completely different from the Serie A. I mean, our success depends a lot on the Serie A, and I think the Serie A is way behind in terms of the production, how they market the games, how you view the games. I think that's a huge impact on.
Yeah. But that's another story, right? We're not really focusing on that. I mean, it encompasses
you have to take that into consideration.
Yeah, it encompasses everything. What I'm trying to essentially tell Roy is, in the future, the next few years, we're gonna see a lot of mini Americans. I think Parma is actually getting
That's
ready to
fine.
come back.
I like Americans. I like Americans. I
Let's
love
see, yeah,
Americans. I have no I have no problem with Americans.
Okay.
I love
Okay.
America. I love Americans. I have no problem with Americans. That is not
Okay.
the issue here. That has never been the issue. The issue is, who are you hiring? That's my issue. That's
American
it. That's
people.
the only issue.
American people, dweebs, geeks, Moneyball, and that's what they care about. Numbers, baseball. That's essentially what this is going to turn into. Money. Commercial. I think the biggest thing why even the banks got in, I think one of the biggest is the commercial. The commercial pieces. Advertisement is always in their fucking head, bro. That's all they care about. How they're going to make money. The way the Super Bowl makes money during these commercials. They essentially want to emulate the same model. And a lot of the judgments they're going to take to lead to that way, it's not always going to concur with how we feel about it as a fans.
Clint, but dude, I have absolutely no problem if football modernizes in certain ways, whatever, and the money behind it is Goldman Sachs. I don't give a crap about that, honestly. Good. If I get to enjoy football in a more entertaining way in the future, great, whatever. It's not about that. It's just about competence. That's all it is.
Yeah, I mean, you should be worried about it now because these guys are coming in. They're not going to be passionate. They're not going to be passionate. They're not going to be. I mean, you've seen the early. You've seen the early stages
you're making
now.
a clear.
But competence depends on the Serie A too. I mean, you just heard that what do you call it? There's a cap, the wage cap on Serie A, where they removed the law saying that a part of the wages can't be written off due to taxes or something.
Right.
Yeah, so that affects how management performs too. So management's performance also depends on how the Serie A acts and behaves, right?
Well, you're talking about the growth decree?
Yes, exactly.
Well, the growth decree is a big subject.
But that made the management's objectives harder to reach. I mean, it made their lives more difficult.
No, it was the opposite.
I mean, I think it made management's lives more difficult.
Growth decree was essentially that you can hire foreigners and pay less taxes. So that's what Milan did. Milan bought lots of foreign players, so they pay. Milan right now has a very low.
It made players cheap. It made foreign players cheap.
Yeah,
but it's good for Italy. It's good for Italy, though.
Yeah,
but it makes management's lives more difficult because now it's more expensive to get players.
Because essentially, even look right now, right? Look at the NBA is running into a similar situation, kind of like what Italy did. Is now the NBA now. A lot of teams are also opting to get some of these European guys. And European players are being more flooded. I mean, they're getting better at the sport, of course, but they're flooding the NBA because their wages are also cheap. They're not going to demand as some of these American guys. And American guys, they've seen themselves getting left out. They're like, okay, yeah, we're not paying you that, right? If you're not a market guy, we're not paying you that.
Well, that's different.
And it's
that's completely different.
No,
that's completely different.
No, on an economic base. No, listen, on an economic base, what I'm trying to get at is, at the end of the day, the owners are going to prioritize their pockets. That's why I'm going with this. They're going to prioritize their pocket, especially these investment guys.
Fine.
Especially these investment guys, especially when their money is not long. Like, right? It means like they don't go and get the money out of a well like these Saudis.
Yeah.
They're going to have caps, and they're going to be doing some of these unpopular decisions. That's what I'm telling you. That's the reality.
Of course, business is about saving as much money as you can. That's good business. So I get that part. Yeah. Again, this is not the issue, though. Like you always bring the issue to that's not the problem. The problem is just like, why is Furlani running Milan? Why is Moncada the DS of Milan? Why is
because he went to Ivy League school, my guy.
That's the issue, dude. That's it. It's all of this other stuff is not a problem. I'm all for it.
I do believe that is a part of the issue, but not all the issue. I mean, you got to look at other factors too.
Roy, all I'm saying is they sold out. Europe sold out.
I didn't sell out. Didn't sell out.
No, listen, the purists of the game as ourselves, like the way we watch it, it's like that's the new reality, man. It's gonna be a diluted brand. It's gonna be a diluted because now I mean, okay, let's focus on let's focus on the Camarda
I don't know if I
situation.
agree with that.
Let's focus on the Camarda situation.
Camarda's ass, Clint.
No, I said that. I was saying that to really troll y'all. Like, you gotta know where I'm trolling. Camarda, right? You look at a Camarda situation, let's say in the 90s. You thinking even they'll die to want to fight for me? You think it's the parents are coming and making all these demands? If he's coming from the youth league? No. Why are these guys, why are these kids? There's not even no loyalty no more in the game, to be honest, for real. And I bet you his parents are fans. If his parents really cared about Milan and happy, nothing to do with management, why are you making all these demands and all of a sudden 2 mil when you know the state of the club?
Yeah,
and if you really believe in your kid.
I heard the rumor he wants 2 million a season.
This is the games they're playing.
Hold on. But there's new news that came out today. So that 2 million is an offer that has been made.
But I mean, the issue is if he's asking for 2 million now, how much is he going to ask for?
Okay. I spoke about this in a bit. So the new rumor that came out today, which is that they had already found an agreement with Camarda a long time ago, which to me is normal. That's what they should have done. And it was at 500K per season. That was the agreement with the family and Camarda. 500K per season, all done. As soon as you turn 16, we signed the contract. That was between Dottavio, the DS, and the family. But then Ibra came into the picture, and he said 500K for a 16-year-old is too much. We shouldn't do it. Let's wait till July. And then in the meantime, Manchester United came in and said 2 million, and then when the time is right, you also get your commissions. And Man City came in saying, we will give you a good salary, send you to Palermo for a few years, and then bring you up into the Premier League when the time is right.
And if you're Camarda's parents, and you've seen how the other teenagers that play those games, how they turned out. Like, I look at somebody like, what's his name? Moriba. What's his name? What's his name?
I don't think the rumors are true though. Like, think about it. If Ottavio, Forlani, and Mukada all have an agreement, Ibra wouldn't just break the deal.
Yeah. No, I mean,
that wouldn't make sense.
That wouldn't make sense. And even if it's true, let's say even if it's true, if I'm the parents, right? If I'm the parents, I wouldn't even put my kids to that. I like what they did with, when I look at Mbappe, when I look at Haaland, like what their parents did, they were really careful on the steady growth of how their kid. Madrid came knocking on the door from Mbappe as a child, and they said no. They brought him to Monaco. Same as Haaland. Haaland, they brought him to Austria first, and then he went to Dortmund. If they really care about these things, and they're not public. If they want to kill this kid's career, he needs to stay at Milan.
Okay, and that is what they're saying. That's what the family believes. That's what Camarda wants, and that's what the family wants. But they came to an agreement, and now Ibra's come in. Ibra's taking charge of everything now. He's the guy for He's the new guy. Like, look at how bad that looks. Like, Cardinale had Furlani be his guy. Furlani, obviously, Cardinale, now that he worked with him, obviously learned that this guy doesn't know what he's doing. So he brings in Ibra. Now Ibra is in charge. And Ibra's changing everything that these guys are doing. So, what kind of situation is
Ibra is going to bring us. Ibra is going to replace Camarda with another rollback. He's the one that brought us rollback. He's going to bring us somebody. No, it's Ibra's doing. So,
guys,
I don't know.
I also heard this. Are you ready for this? Ibra asked put his son training with the Primavera. And apparently
didn't Maldini do the same thing with Daniel Maldini?
Well, Daniel Maldini he won a Scudetto with the U16. He did his whole thing. Daniel
Maldini he's been in the, before even Maldini came, he was out. I was following Daniel Maldini for since 2015. He's been with the Primavera. Like, he went through the ranks properly. He wasn't forced. Like, he went through the ranks. It's just the older brother is ass. So he's playing in City D or some shit like that. But
I think he quit.
Yeah, he should. The thing is this, it's like, what I'm trying to get at is, at the end of the day, these guys, they're in, even Ibra, because Ibra, at hindsight, Ibra could also been a right guy, right? To a certain extent. He could have been like, he brought Ibra. He was a player. He played for Milan. He probably understands the culture. He won 2 Scudettos with Milan, right? But that doesn't always correlate. So like I said, like, all this stuff, it's, for me, I just accept the reality of football. Other teams got inflated way too quickly and went to, when I look at the success of teams like PSG and Man City, their development went so fast overnight, bro. Like, the gap is like day and night now. That we
PSG
have
is
to accept.
successful.
No, when I mean successful in terms of like where they at, bro, like they're gonna be pot one. They're always gonna be a pot superior of us.
Because they're
They
in
get
Ligue
drawn
1
in.
and they're like corrupt and they have so much money that it's so easy.
Yeah, you can say corrupt, but bro, at the end of the day, man, PSG has a store open in Manhattan. When you go down in New York, they brought in the big players. That's just the reality of it.
Yeah, it's a
Mbappe is
big
like the
brand.
star
It's
player.
a big brand. I know the
It's a,
PSG
is
brand.
it
I work
no,
for it. It's a big brand.
right? No, and what I'm trying to get at is like that big brand overnight, because of those things that came in. When Russian money and Arab money came into football, people got left out, like the Italian teams. And our reality is we have to deal with people like Jerry now. That's essentially what I'm trying
But
to get at.
no. Jerry is not doing anything like that, dude.
No, I'm
Jerry
not
is
saying no. That's what I'm saying. He's really at that low level. That's what I'm saying. We get the
he's low
crumbs.
level,
We
super
get
low level.
That's what I'm saying. We get the crumbs. The other people that night, we get the crumbs. The crumbs is the Jerry of the world. That's our reality. Unless an Arab comes in by, which I don't even want to really put my head to, an Arab is gonna come and get us. They got other problems they really
Bruh,
dealing
if
with.
Arabs come and buy the club and they put Furlani in charge, I'm talking shit about them, dude.
Roy,
Really?
It's
Roy.
You just hate the
it's
guy.
it's not about what nationality owns a club. It's like, who are you putting in charge of a club? How the fuck is Furlani running AC Milan? Guys, AC Milan is one of the most historic clubs in the fucking world. How is Furlani running me? Are you crazy?
Roy, I'm
That's
gonna ask you
insane.
something. I'm gonna ask you something. If we end up winning the league, just a hypothetical, if we end up winning the league, would you change your mind?
This season?
Yes.
No,
Hypothetically,
we're going to the
if we
Europa
win the
League,
league.
man. I'm excited.
I think, no, I think it'll be like, if we win the league, that's insane. If we win the league, honestly,
a
don't know.
hypothetical question. Like, it's a hypothetical question. If we end up winning the league, would you change your mind about the management?
No, I wouldn't. I because I just see mistake after mistake, and of course, yeah, they bought players, and also listen, I don't like to bring this up because people say it's a cop out, but it's true. Like this season, there's Lazio last year finished second. Okay, Lazio completely dropped the ball this year. Roma completely dropped the ball this year. Napoli completely dropped the ball this year. Milan is only competing against Inter and Juve. Last year, Milan was competing with all of those teams. Now they're only competing with it. So I want to see next year if those other three teams come back in the mix, if Milan can maintain the same kind of rhythm.
Hey, can I
I'm
say
really
my
curious to
opinion?
see that.
Let's say my opinion for a sec, because I've been a little busy. No, listen, like the thing about the management is I know we've talked about it a lot. This is my honest perspective. I'm just gonna lay it out there. Like, of course, I would have preferred to keep Maldini because I did see with him this natural improvement. Now, if we win the Europa League, I would consider this a very successful season because I do value the Europa League personally. I think it's a tough competition. So if that happens, it's one thing. If we lose, now that we're playing against the top, the better teams in the competition, we'll see how we do. Because I do think like now we're getting into like the phase where we're playing Champions League caliber teams. So I think we'll see how we do at this stage. But that's my perspective on this season. Now the Mercato though. So with that being said, with Maldini, this Mercato, yes, there were some mistakes. I agree. It could have been better because we did have a lot of funds to use after selling Tonali. But if you look at I think an overwhelming majority of the players that we signed at least have contributed in some ways this season. So I don't think it was necessarily a bad Mercato. And again, second place isn't the end of the world. We would like to be closer to Inter, of course, so we can always improve. But I'm not like panicking about how I don't think our future is in shambles. I would say next year. I think if we solidify some of the positions that we're still in need of, then I think we can at least fix some of these defensive issues that we're having.
The
Go
reason
ahead,
why I
Yusuf,
think
and I'll-
the reason why I think our fans is perceiving this season as negative is because of Inter. I think Inter are having a fantastic season. Like if it wasn't for Inter, like I think Inter is kind of distorting our perceptions for
Yeah,
this
last
season.
year it was Napoli that they were insanely good. Then they sort of like ruined their entire thing.
But last year, Lazio came second. Inter was third. Juve was fourth.
Yeah,
Roma
but do you
was
think
just
Lazio is that good? Lazio, I mean, Milan was focused on the Champions League, so was Inter. I mean, there's other factors there. I don't think I think that I guess I see your point. I see your point that you're trying to say that
well.
you never know. We finished second this year. What happens next year? Like, but I think that if you look at the quality of players that we have and the way our consistency, I think that Milan is a better team than Lazio. I think the best three teams in Italy as of now are Inter number one. I think Milan is the second best team in Italy with the players we have and like our consistency. Now next season, if a team has an amazing mercato, like Roma with De Rossi looks pretty good. We'll see how they change. I mean, almost nobody predicted Napoli being amazing last year. So my point is that things can change, but as of now, I think we are deservedly the second best team. I don't think Lazio was the second best team on paper, and I think if we had to play Lazio in the year that we finished fourth last year, we still could have beat them in a one-off game because we're better. That's just my point.
Those teams are usually competing for top four spot. This year, they're not. They're not. Okay, so those are the teams with rosters that are good. Okay, that do have the ability to be competitive against Juve, Inter, and Milan. So they're not there this year. They're not there. They completely dropped the ball. They're not there. Kind of like how we had a big drop last year. They're having this kind of drop. So I'm curious to see what it will look like if these teams are going to. But aside from all of that, you can just see the difference, the quality in communication, the quality in mentality, the quality in projection towards the future. You can just see the difference. The people that are running the club right now are completely lack the quality that Maldini, Massara, Gazidis, that these people brought. You just feel it. You see it. You can touch it. So. I mean, there's nothing can change that. Nothing can change that.
Next year, I think we're missing maybe 4 positions.
And sorry,
Yeah.
I wanted to address that. I wanted to address this thing about the mercato. Anybody can have 130 million and buy players. Okay, that's not difficult. Actually, Milan had to go and buy players that were kind of second tier, players that none of the big clubs really wanted. Okay, so. It's not that this mercato was that incredible. Okay, they went to go buy players that were very. Like nobody was going crazy to get Pulisic. Nobody was going crazy to get RLC. Nobody was going crazy to get Reindeers. These are not players these are players that are coming from bad seasons that were trying to revive. Their stock had gone. All the players we got, their stock had gone down. Reindeers was a player that wasn't super competitive in the market. So it's not like they did anything special here.
Well, Roy, listen, you have to give credit where it's due, though. That is the fact that we got these players, and in my opinion, they have been successful this season, like individually, and they've contributed. And I think that, of course, it's their first year. Like that also is, that is credit to the management. I think Reinders he's showed his qualities.
Agree. They scored. I mean, I think Milan is what I think we're the number one team. We're the number one team. We're the number one team actually in Serie A where all our subs, which was made where all our subs have scored.
Yeah, because they changed. No, it's not. But they changed 11 players. Who the fuck is going to score? The guys from last year. Obviously, the new guys are going to score.
But also,
this stat means nothing.
All right, Roy. Let's dwell in reality.
They changed the whole midfield. Let's
dwell in reality for a little bit. We do not have the funds. Unless we even got a Saudi guy. Unless we got a Saudi guy, we don't have the funds to bring those big market players. We can only develop. I think
what Roy is saying is bringing competent management. You don't need the funds. You need the competent management to manage.
Fulani. That's why we got Fulani.
Yeah. Okay. Sure.
What you got beef with Fulani?
Listen.
Yeah,
I have
Fulani.
nothing. By the way, guys, I want to respond to this. I have no beef with Fulani. I do a little bit because I think he did weasel himself into this position and kind of backstab Maldini. I think there was a lot of politics there because these are people that are trying to get better positions and trying to better their careers, and there's a lot of that. There's a lot of politics, a lot of backstabbing politics. It kind of felt that way, the way the Maldini thing was handled. So I do have a little bit of beef with Fulani, but I don't have any beef with Fulani aside from that. Like I just think I would trust him with a portfolio, manage my portfolio, but my stock
Which is
portfolio,
Milan,
but
which
just
is
don't
Milan,
manage Milan.
which
But don't
is
manage
Milan.
Milan.
Milan, listen, Milan is
Yeah.
listed on the Redbird website as
Sure,
an asset, which is
Sure,
part
do
of their
that.
portfolio.
Do
And that's
that.
what they're doing. And that's
Don't
what they're
run the
doing.
sport.
And
Don't
that's
run
what
the
they're doing.
sports.
And that's
Don't
what they're
run the
doing.
sports. Yeah, but
They're
don't run
literally
the
doing what
sports
they wanted to
department.
do.
Do
Yeah,
not run the sports department.
and that's why they got Moncada and they brought in Ibra. There you go.
Well,
There you go.
Moncada was already there. And Moncada is not experienced enough to do the job that he's doing. No way.
Wow.
Because it's not just buy players and then I go sit in my office. It's you have to live with those players every day, the day to day. These guys can never do anything that Maldini can give to you the day to day, that experience day to day, that communication, that inspiration, that
I could
building
agree
up
with
on
that.
personality and character. These guys will never be able to do that. No way. It's priceless what Maldini can do when it comes to that.
Yeah, I could agree with that, to be honest.
Right. We all agree with that, but guess what, man? The reality is
Reality
Milan,
is what?
Milan is listed on the stocks exchange, right?
Okay.
That's
So
what the reality is. They're those guys. Wall Street owns us, and that's our reality. We're prisoners. That's it. That's all
I'm
I'm
not a
gonna tell
prisoner.
you.
I'm not a prisoner. I'm not a prisoner. I don't accept it.
I told you in this chat.
I'm
I
not.
hope.
Why you?
I
I'm not
hope-
going to
I
praise
hope-
it for the
listen,
sake of it.
listen,
You're
listen,
saying you're
I
praising
hope-
him just for the sake of it?
I'm not even praised for the sake of it. What I'm
Oh, yeah,
saying is
yeah.
this. I hope these guys stay for the next 30 years, and I'll see if you guys are gonna stay Milan fans, or if you guys are just gonna resign and be like, you know what,
No.
they're gonna be there forever.
I
Or
think they're going to.
or you're gonna change course. Are you gonna be like, you know what? Maybe my strike is over. Maybe I should embrace Cardinale as my daddy, my Lord and Savior. That's gonna happen.
I think
You
they're
will
going
come
to
here on this live.
sell.
You're gonna come on this live, Roy, and be
No,
like,
I'm
boy,
not
I
gonna.
love this dude. I love this
Jeez.
dude to death. You're gonna have him as
That's
a
never gonna
wallpaper in
happen.
your phone. Roy,
Listen,
I'll bet with you.
I think they're going to sell the club in a few years. So I don't
In a
think there's
few
going to be
years?
any. Yeah.
In 2040. Maybe when Camarda is getting ready to retire. That's when they sell it.
They're profit hungry because this is about Redbird and the PIF or whatever is going to come in, buy the club. They're going to make their money. They're going to buy their yachts. They're going to buy their big homes in Florida where there's less taxes. They're going to be happy. They're going to be happy.
I mean, what's his name? Is a billionaire, isn't he? Cardinale. He's like those early billionaires. Whatever they put on there.
Well,
He's what one?
his
He's worth
net-
like 1 billion net worth or something like that.
His net
Anyway,
worth?
yeah, he's a billionaire. Cardinale's a billionaire. Anyway,
Yeah.
At the end of the day, it's at the end of the day, bro. You're gonna go hungry for a long time because these guys, they here to stay.
I got
Until
Italy.
the stadium is not built, they're gonna be here.
I can just focus on Italy.
And then
Fine.
Cardinale is gonna go buy Italy. He's gonna buy a federation. It's gonna be in charge, and you got nowhere to hide.
He's going to put Furlani in charge of Italy too.
They're all Italians, so there
Yeah,
you go.
it's fine.
Dude, you go.
It's fine,
Listen,
dude.
I feel like for you, the cherry on the cake is going to be when Jesse March becomes Pioli's replacement, and I think then
That
you're
is
just going to
possible.
be like, you're going to lose your shit. He doesn't have a job, and he's learning Italian, which is scary.
I don't doubt that. That's possible with these guys. It can happen.
You wouldn't want Jesse Marsh?
Would you?
He went to Ivy League, man. What school did he play
Yeah.
for? Stanford?
I
Yeah,
went. I went to Ivy League too.
yeah, they're all the Ivy League buddies. They're all gonna be together. You know how they go. You know how nepotism they do when
Yeah,
all
I
their
know.
little frat brothers, and that's what
I
they're
know.
essentially doing. what's his name went to Harvard University. I think.
Why are
Cardinale did.
you accepting it, though? That's my big question.
I
Like, why are
accept
you accepting it?
I accept reality, man. What it is.
I know, but
If I don't have the measures to combat it, that's just I'm like I just look at it for what it is.
so you just accept it. So you don't criticize it. You don't speak against
No,
it.
I
You
speak.
just like
No, I
you
would
celebrate. You
No,
celebrate
no,
it.
no, no, I don't. I'll speak against it when
There
it's
you
the
go.
moment to speak against it. Right now, I can't really speak against anything. The season is still developing.
The
And
season is finished. This is
no, no,
done.
no. And the reason why is like my expectations, they have not under how do they what's happening right now. I reckon like the beginning, my predictions was Inter was winning the league and Maldini was still there. So I didn't before even we did the market, I was like, Inter is gonna win it the way to above. For me, Pioli is still in charge. We're not going anywhere. For me, Inter was winning the league, so I'm not surprised by anything. So that's why I'm not criticizing anything because what I first saw is I was seeing Inter really winning it. Because the way they beat us, I mean, they've been beating us for the longest, man. Even the little 2-3 wins we got in between the past 5 years, it wasn't like a constant. We never went into Inter
Those
game
were
as favorites.
those were character wins. We win with character.
No, but the thing is this though, we're never favorites going into a game against Inter the past 10 years. So until that is reversed, I don't really know what to tell you. So I was not expecting anything, right?
All right,
To be honest.
there's a question here. I want to answer. We can answer this question. Kimberini asks, would you sacrifice Benacer for 50, 60 million? There's rumors that it could be a possibility, or would you rather sacrifice Mike Magnan instead? Youssef, you go first.
I think I would sacrifice Benacer and buy Tonali and buy Tonali for 20 million and use the
Are you
rest of the money to
serious?
Yeah.
Youssef,
Wow,
come
that's
on, bro.
amazing.
I was agreeing with you. I was agreeing with you.
Crazy.
I was agreeing with you, but like, come on, bro. This dude just got caught again for gambling, dog. Like,
Yeah, the thing
this
is,
morning.
if the Premier League bans him, but he's okay to play in the Serie A, I would
Yeah, and
still
then he
get
comes to the Serie A, and then before he even arrives, he already fucking gambled at least 5-6 games in the season for us.
Yeah, that's why you pay 20 million for him, because there's a risk that he might do it again. That's why he costs so cheap.
Nah.
And then you spend that additional 40 million on another midfielder.
Yeah. But I mean, I agree with you. Benny, for me, I'm sacrificing Benacer right away. I love Benacer, but
Mike.
I think, yeah, no, I keep Mike because Mike, yeah, man, you're not gonna get. It's hard to replace people like Mike, bro. You know, Benacer hasn't been playing sustainable amount of games for the past 2 years. Like that's just the reality. This is the best market value actually we can get for him. I love Benacer to death, but if I had a I'm sacrificing him. For me, the really three pillars of Milan are Theo Hernandez, Leao, and Magnan. They're untouchable. Everybody else is suspended.
Yeah, and I believe the renewals of Theo and Mike are tests for the management. Like I'm kind of looking into this deeply to see how the management deals.
Theo's gonna stay because, bro, he's too much in Zoe's guts. She's not leaving. We got to be thankful that she's from Italy.
Yeah, but Germany is not that far away from where they are.
It's not that far away, but you know how females they feel when they don't adapt to a country properly. She's a model. She's gonna want to go back. And I just saw an interview with what's his name, Emmanuel Petit. Petit that used to play for France.
Yeah,
and they asked him what was his biggest regret, right?
His
when
wife.
He moved to Barcelona. His wife didn't want to stay there.
Yeah.
So
listen, the way I'm looking at this, unfortunately, it looks like we're going to be selling Colombo, Maldini, Salamakers, De Kettler. So there's going to be that money plus the money of the Champions League if we qualify for the Champions League, so there should be, and then plus the regular money that they have allocated for the transfer market, which is usually around 30 to 50 million. So all of this money that is coming in this year, it should be enough to renew these players. It means that you don't go in the market that hard and you use the money to renew the players. Just right, instead of buying 4 players in the market, buy 2 and renew Mike Magnan, Hernandez, and Leao with the prices that are going to be the competitive ones. Milan has to come up with a wage cap. It just won't work this way.
Milan's two biggest priority going into this transfer market is going to be a CDM and a striker. That's what they should focus on. Somebody that's already semi-ready. I wanna actually brush up on Colombo piece. What went wrong with Colombo? I want to ask you guys that.
Colombo? You want me to answer? I mean, Colombo can very well easily be at Milan right now doing what Jovic does. I don't think anything went wrong with Colombo.
Who's to blame for that?
Maybe Colombo.
Why? Why
Because they offered him the position to do what Jovic is doing, but Colombo opted to go and look for more playing time.
That's what happened? Oh, I didn't know that. I thought they just got rid of him.
Yeah, that was what happened.
Do you think his spells at Lecce and Monza were successful?
Nope.
Yeah, I think so, yeah.
I'm going to say this. One thing I realize is Milan, look what Milan should do going forward. They should do a same operation what they did for Gabbia. They need to get the problem with these players. I don't think it's a skill set, but it's a mentality problem. You send these guys to Monza, I feel like they're still in the comfort zone. They're not far from home. They're still in the same region. You need to send them away where it really develops them. I'm being serious, man. Sending them to these teams, they're not fighting for anything. They're struggling with relegation. You're not going to get playing time if you go into a Salernitana. They try to stay up. They don't have time to experiment with you. That's the reality of it.
I feel like with Colombo, they should have sent him to a team where there was another striker that had a lot of experience. Someone like maybe Quagliarella from Sampdoria.
If I was Milan,
someone like that, someone who could teach him the ropes. Because that's what happened with Gabbia when he went to Valencia. There's a defender, I think Raul
Albiol.
Yes.
But it's not even just for the experience piece, boss. The thing is, you need to send these guys, let's say, where they can express themselves. Where there's not like, oh, we need to stick to tactics because we need points. Personally, if I'm loaning my players to France, I'm loaning my players to Switzerland, young boys, FC Bell. Those are the teams that usually play Europa League and all this stuff. They get that experience out there. Why are you sending them to Empoli and all these teams? It brings you nowhere. I feel it wastes their talent. Personally,
I don't know, man. I think when the Colombo situation, I think he needed to step up this summer and say, yeah, I'll fight. I'll be the third striker and I'll fight to move up the ranks. I think this was his moment to do that. So I think sometimes it's also the player, they make the wrong decisions.
Listen, do you see what they did? You see what they did for Luca Romero, like teams like Almeria. You need to send these guys outside of Italy, especially your youth products. You need to send them to Germany. They will develop into fine players. I promise you.
Sure,
you keep them in these struggling teams. These teams, bro, I hate these bottom level Italian teams. I hate them
but
to death.
hold on, bro. Which big team in Germany is getting Colombo loan?
No, I'm not saying big team, but like a team. Okay, let's say Colombo. I can loan out Colombo. Let's say to Union Berlin.
Union Berlin is a relegation. We're fighting for relegation.
I mean, kind of now, but like the season prior. I mean, they were in Champions League.
I know. I agree. That's a good place for.
What I'm trying to even not that. Over, let's say teams like Wolfsburg, right? Those mid-table teams, at least in Europe, there's more ambition there where they actually play the Europa League. Hear me out. They play the Europa League. They can get playing time on the European level, even the Conference League. Teams like Empoli are not even fucking playing like the Mitropa Cup or whatever the fuck. They're not playing that.
Yeah. I don't know. How are you going to sell Colombo to Wolfsburg? That's a tough one.
No, not sell them, but loan them out.
No, but why would Wolfsburg
we try to do that with Cotrone? He went to Wolves, and I don't think that turned out to be a good move for him.
He's a particular case. Now he's in Como. I mean, they're fighting. I mean, they're coming back. I think they're fourth. So they might play playoffs to come into Serie A. I don't know. But what I'm trying to get at is essentially, I think they need to, I will personally loan out. I'll go Switzerland. I'll say Switzerland is a good place. Because they just need playing time. It's not about competitiveness of the league. Forget that. And people like Colombo at their age, they just need to be playing, getting comfortable, confident. Because Colombo having confidence, you know, outside coming back to Milan, it's going to be a different face. Look at Gabriel, man. Gabriel was gone for 6 months.
Yeah.
Gabriel was gone for 6 months. Look at him now. And that's what you needed. You bring him down to, because essentially the teams at the lower level in Italy, bro, there's no ambition. Even in the playing style, it's the same repetitive stuff. And then it's like, okay, why are you sending your guy there, bro? It's almost like a deathbed. You're sending him there to die. Send them places where they can express themselves. Look what Madrid does. Instead of Madrid sending some of their players, let's say, to fucking some lower level in Spain, no, send them to Italy. Maybe Milan might take him, right? Milan is below Madrid, even though Milan is a bit in the name, but right now we're below them. They send us to Milan, where people like Diaz.
I think also another case is Camarda when he went to West Ham. I mean, that didn't turn out to be good for him.
But for him, wasn't so much of a loan, right? They weren't loaning him out to him to go back to his big parent club. They actually sold them over there, which is different, right? Because and Camarda's style of football doesn't really suit, you know, the way West Ham plays. It doesn't suit that, you know. That's not.
I mean, I think it depends. It depends on the player.
Yeah, but I mean, even what's his name came out and said it. Antonio. Antonio is a forward that plays for West Ham. He even said it. David Moyes likes, you know, strikers. They're, you know, Grinta, fucking Drogba type, right? The people that go into the scuffles and try to like struggle for the ball. That doesn't suit. See, these agents too need to understand how their players play. Like, you just can't send people off. A Tonali in Newcastle makes sense. Tonali's type of archetype is suited for Premier League. Because Barella suited for Premier League. But there's certain players, you just can't bring them there just for the sake of, oh, I'm going to bring them over there. It's not going to work out, man. They're going to struggle. They're going to struggle. So it's, I don't know. That's just my piece on loaning out these youngsters. I think all of them have potential.
Well, listen.
Yeah.
If a team really believes in a youngster, they're going to come back. A lot of the times, what happens is that these teams have all these youngsters coming up, and obviously they're not ready to meet the demands of whatever the team is, like a Milan, like Juve, Rome, etc. So they're going to send them out. Very rarely youngsters actually come back. It's very rare because they don't have that time to be then given that opportunity. Like Maldini is, what opportunity are we going to give Maldini? Like, they're going to sell Maldini.
Time and time again. Maldini too, I think his fault was he had an ambiguous position in that whole forward lineup. You didn't know if the kid was really a winger, if it was really a CD. I mean, he's a 10 by trade, but with his physique and all that, he could have developed like, okay, if I need playing time, maybe let me convert to such and such position, and maybe I can be used. But these players, they're just stuck on what they want to, like, oh, I was trained to play like this, I'm going to be this guy. And it doesn't play out that well. And I think he also got bad advice in his entourage and all that stuff. Because he could have been with Milan. You could have turned in Maldini with that physique into a proper CDM. You could have. He was young. You could have. But yeah, y'all want to play. Everybody wants to be dribblers.
I like
but,
that.
you know, y'all want to be dribblers. And these positions are saturated. Then convert. Then you convert to what you really are. Yaya Toure.
That's what Abate did.
Yaya Toure, bro. One of my favorite things, what they did in the Ivory Coast in 1999, there was like a center, like Asec Mimosa is what launched Gervinho, Yaya Toure, Calunho. All these guys came from the same background. They all made him play different positions equally. Yaya Toure, we always knew by trade he was a number 10. But Yaya Toure accepted when he went to places like Barcelona, play defensive midfield, play in the defense. And then at Man City, he got to really express himself. They understood, like, yo, these places are saturated at Barcelona. I can't play, you know, in front of Ronaldinho. I can't play, you know, this position. Let me play backwards. I think that's the mental that some of these youngsters, they need to accept. And
Abate did that. Abate in his youth was a winger. And then in order to stay at Milan, because he was going through what Colombo was going through, they said, yeah, you can stay, but the only position available would be a fullback. And he accepted it, and he became a fullback. That's how he became.
Like, you look at players like Chiesa, right? Chiesa he accepts he accepted to, you know, at some point at Fiorentina, play as a wing back, right? And moving up and down, where like it allows him to express himself, not centered. I need to do this. I feel like the Maldini and all these guys, especially Daniele Maldini, because I look at his physique and I feel like it's a physique that he's going to waste with that. He has that physicality to.
But
Really
have you seen him play lately? Have you seen him play lately?
Yeah, I've seen a little bit of his stuff. I mean,
He's good, man. That dude is fucking skillful, and he's getting fast too. Like those goals he was scored, those 1-2s, that was some really fast, precise stuff.
Because
like he's growing. His dad said he's going to be a late bloomer. His dad,
and that's fine. And if I say Maldini does what a Gattuso did, go play at Rangers, go to Scotland, go to these top Celtics, and all, they'll take you. You go, you play out there, you put a release clause in your shit, and then you have your agent come back, market to Milan, and they can buy you back. Don't get stuck in Italy with these teams struggling. Why
are you hating on Italy, bro?
I'm not hating. Listen, no, Roy, you know where I stand.
Clean. What's going on with Clean, guys?
No. You know how I feel. You know what I feel about these bottom teams, bro.
Let's answer this question. Thoughts on Maldini buying Gimenez from Madrid? Is he the possible replacement of Theo Hernandez? What do you guys think about this operation?
They didn't buy him. I mean, he's on loan, right? Bro,
no,
nobody will.
I think I read that they came to an agreement that Milan will buy him.
Yeah,
I'm sorry, man, but to be honest with you, Theo is the future captain of Milan. It's written all over his face. I'm sorry. You can't sell him, bro.
If management failed to renew Theo Hernandez, I think I'm gonna be upset.
Theo wants to stay, man. Like Theo is Milan all written.
I mean, that's what I thought of Tonali, to be honest.
I want to answer this question. I think that whether Theo you keep them both, because Theo, you can play him in different positions. You can play him in a back three if you need, and you can play him as a wing back, and you can play in different positions. And also that Theo Gimenez backup is a really good backup. The only issue I have with this operation is a buyback clause is really cheap. So it's going to be like just another Diaz situation if Gimenez.
Yeah, but Jimenez, if he's smart, he doesn't have no future in Madrid. I mean, they're getting ready. I reckon that Madrid is definitely getting Davis. Alfonso Davis is going. He just this morning report came out. He rejected the ultimatum of Bayern Munich, which Romano, the fraud, according to you, reported.
I never said he's a fraud.
No, you don't like Romano. Come on, you say he's a fraud. You say
I never said Romano's a fraud.
Oh, Roy, we're gonna put the receipt.
I said he's a tapping merchant, not a fraud.
You say he's a fraud. You did this.
No, I never said that. Never said that.
I'll go and show
never
you.
Said he's a fraud.
Okay.
Show me the receipts.
Yeah,
I've always accused him of being he gets all the glory. Everybody else does the work.
You said DiMaggio. You say he takes
DiMaggio does all the work. Romano reports the last piece, and then he gets all the glory.
Yeah. Anyway, I don't think Jimenez has a future at Madrid whatsoever, bro. That back line.
How do you know?
It's too saturated, bro. If Davis comes, listen. Ferland Mendy is already there. Ferland Mendy is going to get benched. I think behind Ferland Mendy, what's his name, also plays on that left back sometimes. Camavinga plays left back. Most of the time, Alaba plays left back. Dude, the kid is not starting anytime.
Jimenez is good, man. He's really good.
He's really good, but compared to these guys I just named, I mean, Davis is only 22.
But in a few years, he could be just as good or better. Theo Hernandez. Who would have guessed that Hernandez would be the best in the world?
Yeah, which is true. But the thing is, some of these players live now. Like the future is so uncertain in football.
Yeah, but Gimenez would be like, okay, in 4 years, if you become good, we'll buy you back. That's the contract.
Oh yeah, I mean, yeah, they can buy him back. By that time, we'll use him however we want, and hopefully we get him another Zoe, the same way we did for Theo, and he stays. And it's once these dudes get like a female, they're not going anywhere. They staying forever. So
I don't know.
Would you guys get Tammy Abraham?
No. Flop.
I mean,
I wouldn't mind Tammy Abraham.
Before his injury, he was really good. Before he got injured.
Yeah. I'm not worried about injuries. No.
Right now,
I think you can get him on a cheap deal. To be honest, after the injury, I think Roma would be willing.
Here's my market. Let's say we can only bring 2 players in. I'll say with Milan, I bring in Scalvini right away. I put CDK part of the trade. Get Scalvini. I don't care what you do. You bring Scalvini in as a number 9. As a number 9, I'm still gonna go and fucking get Højlund. I don't care what y'all tell me, bro. I'll twerk for Man United. Give me Højlund.
Nah, dude. How are you gonna
Bro.
pay for Højlund?
Dude, Højlund, bro, he's gonna suit. I don't know. That's that fantasy.
How do you
in my head.
pay for him?
I don't know. You pay for him. You sell fucking. I don't know. Chikwueze. Get Chikwueze to Man United. The same way Inter freaking scammed them with Onana. We do that with Chikwueze. We're like, look at his numbers.
If you pay him, you don't renew Magnan. You don't renew these guys. Like, you don't have the money to renew these other guys. How do you like?
But right now, what's the number 9? Bro, Giroud leaving is gonna create a big gap in our goal scoring. As much as I didn't really like Giroud sometimes, but that's a lot of goals that are leaving. I mean,
The number 9.
Giroud the past 3 years has have double digits. I mean, he really broke that number 9 curse all the way. No matter how we feel about him, so him leaving, we're gonna have to fill that. We're gonna. I mean, yeah, Zerski, yeah, for sure.
That's a guy. That's a guy.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, I think him and Leao is gonna be a deadly combo. But let me not get my hopes up. But,
That's the guy. That's the obvious dude.
Oh,
Nobody's
want
more
Lautaro.
obvious than Xerxes.
I want Lautaro. If Lautaro doesn't resign, I buy Lautaro like now.
He's not coming.
Why not? He can. Everybody moves.
I mean, he's a snake. He's not going.
Snake or what? Yeah, everybody was a snake. Shit, he'll come. Why not?
No, we can't afford him.
Why? If they don't sign him, we get him on the free.
No, we can't afford. I mean, if we become that kind of club that will pay those kind of wages, I'm all for it. I'm all for that. I get to enjoy my football more. Hey, I don't care. It's not my money.
Bro, Lautaro and Milan is going to be stupid crazy, man.
But obviously he's going to have, big offers coming from abroad and whatnot.
No, but I think he's going to stay at Inter because right now he can't go to Madrid. Barcelona can afford them. Unless Barcelona gets him on a free and he has to lower his wages. You can think of what Bayern Munich, but does it Bayern Munich? Not really. They have Harry Kane. So I'm already thinking about the big possibility teams that can go for him. Man City, not really. So I think he's going to stay at Inter. If he doesn't stay at Inter, I mean, who's really going to buy him? That's how I look at the market. Like those competitors, PSG, maybe. But is he going to want to go to Paris?
I think Inter is a good choice for him because Inter is not going anywhere. So it'll be a good choice for his career. Yeah.
What's the topic?
Nathan.
Nathan,
you came here. Yeah, I'm about to disconnect, but I don't want to listen to this guy.
Nah, clear. Don't start running now. Nah, what's the topic? Come on.
We're talking about Diddy. We're talking about Diddy, Nathan. We're talking about Diddy, man. That's a real topic right now.
Hip hop's Epstein, Diddy.
I don't really follow people like that.
No, listen. We're talking about what potential new strikers for the future.
Okay.
Clint said that he wants to spend the whole budget on Højlund. I don't know what's going on there, but I think Xerxes is probably the best choice. That's my opinion.
Xerxes would be the best choice if our coach wasn't Pioli. Xerxes isn't a traditional striker. He's more of a support striker.
Well, but let me ask you this, because there's an echo, by the way.
Is it me?
I don't know I think so, yeah. But let me ask this. The best Milan that I saw was when Ibrahimovic was doing more or less what Xerxes is doing right now at Bologna, where he was being that kind of link connector to the wingers and to the midfielders. That's the best Milan I saw in these past 5 years. And that was with Pioli. So why wouldn't Xerxes do the same thing?
Because Zlatan is a different character. Zlatan's big, so he can do certain things that Xerxes won't be able to do.
It's the same concept. It's the same concept, bro.
It's the same concept, but Xerxes isn't at the level of Zlatan. Xerxes is a smaller player as well. whereas Zlatan can do both positions at the same time. Like Zlatan can be the target man, and he can be deployed kind of like a false nine, which is what he was essentially doing when he would drop back and help.
Yeah.
No,
But
but
yeah, go ahead, Clint. Go ahead.
but with Zersky though, like one thing I realized, one thing we need, and I'm mentioning also that correlation with Giroud is this. Milan's biggest problem in the attack, in the final third with Milan, the thing we struggle the most, and why Inter is better than us in this case, we don't have somebody that can really hold the ball. And that's been always our problem. That's why we always go. When we lose the ball, we don't know what to do. Because if Giroud, let's say Giroud, for example, Giroud cannot hold the ball for shit. Look at Lautaro. Because if you're able to hold the ball, when we got people like the Theo, the Pulisic, he can run and behind. Pulisic goes a lot in the box. Leao goes in the box. So having a Zersky in that case, let's say we keep Pioli, having him to even hold the ball for, let's say, even 10 seconds more will allow, like, bro, I feel like it's going to
But Clint, you guys are missing the key factor here. We don't play with two strikers. In a 4-2-3-1, holding the ball up in a 4-2-3-1 as a striker is not the same thing.
Well, but you deploy the wingers.
But you deploy the wingers in this case. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, and
because you got guys. You got
but
guys.
We know. Go ahead, my bad. Go ahead.
Because you got guys that who run in the box. People like RLC can run in the box. People like they'll run in the box, like they'll sniff the goal if they know that's what you're doing.
Yeah,
so
essentially.
You're right.
Essentially, if you play that system, that means that the goals are coming from the midfield and the wingers, and also Xerxes scores goals. Obviously, it's not going to be as the quality of Ibra, but the concept is more or less the same.
Yes, but the problem is we have wingers who aren't really at the level we need them to be currently. Leao is always up and down, and Leao doesn't understand how to utilize potential space, which has been one of his problems since joining this team. Like he hasn't really improved in that. That's why I said if Pioli's the coach, Xerxes wouldn't be the best option because he does not.
Yeah, but with Leao, the problem with Leao is this: that Leao is not the type to, people that have speed. When you restrict the space, they don't know what to do.
The ball. We're a very static team. So I like Xerxes. He would be a good acquisition, but not with Pioli. That's the only problem.
Is this true, Nathan? Read this comment, Nathan. Is this true?
See, unlike Paul, I actually watch other leagues.
Paul, no.
I watched when Xerxes was at Bayern, and he was not very good. So I've had my reservations about him, but he is most definitely developed very well in Serie A. So I feel like even though he wasn't good at Bayern, he does understand the weight of a jersey.
Yeah,
so
like
that
any
could,
other player, right?
That could help him.
Like Salah was developing.
So I say give him a chance, but we need a new coach, though. I don't want Pioli to ruin another player. He has the pace, he has the skill, but the system is just not right.
He's got the IQ too. He's really smart, very clever player.
Yeah, I just don't want him to be isolated because, as you know, Giroud and Zlatan were always isolated, and I don't want to ruin a player like that because
I see, Pulisic being more of a playmaker that likes to play short football, connect. Like him and Xerxes, I do see that tandem work together, and then you have Leao that is looking for depth, right? So he's opening up the space, looking for the space. I mean, I see that as a good trio. I don't mind that trio.
Oh no, I do too. Without Pioli, when you watch Leao play,
guys, how do you guys?
Yes, he looks for like you said, space in behind, but that's not what we're really struggling with. We always can find space in behind. We struggle with when the teams are compact. Can you hold the ball when you're compact? Can you find spaces when the defenders are compact? That's the difference here. So I agree with what you said. The link up play with Pulisic would be good, but that's just two players. RLC is not built like that, and neither is Leao.
What do you do, dude? Like you have to do something.
Yeah, you need a new coach. You need a new coach. Because we've seen, and we've pointed out, Clint's pointed out, I pointed out, all these guys have pointed out before. the few times when Milan actually uses combination plays, and we're like, man, that looked really good. But you can tell that's a one-off because we only see it once every like 5 or
Yeah,
so games.
but it's
Do you
also
think?
because. Go ahead.
Do you think Okafor? Do you think Okafor played well the last game because he started as a striker against Verona and we
He's
beat them
more of a
3-1?
classic striker. He's more of a
You
classic
think
striker.
you think Okafor is a more classic striker?
Yeah, I think Xerxes is more of false nine. He's more like
He's
what
a support
Ibra
striker.
was. He's a support
I
striker.
think Okafor played well against Verona when
Like
Pioli played him.
if we played a 2-strike system and we had Okafor and Xerxes up top, that would be good. That'd be really good.
Yeah, I mean, well, Okafor is in the team, so put Xerxes, Okafor in there, get Leao in there, get Pulisic in there. That's already a quartet.
No, I
That's
mean-
super attacking.
No, man, at the end of the day, all you need, we got guys. One thing I can say is with these guys, if RSC, right, doesn't get injured like next season and all this guy, like these guys gonna be scoring way more goals because yes, we can say a two-striker system to try to distract, but the 9 I was always looking for Milan was somebody to be able to hold the ball, just because we had fast wingers like the Theo and all these guys and really take advantage. We never had that, to be
So
honest.
you want a classic
And-
9?
Huh?
You want like a big 9 then? Or a
Not
mobile
big-
number 9?
I don't want to say big 9, a mobile number 9, like a fake 9, kind of like a Alvarez or Lautaro. Like a Lautaro to me is ideal 9.
Well,
What
but
Lautaro
if you have
does, man-
Xerxes, there's no point in having another player like that. It's
No, that's what I'm saying. No, that's what I'm saying. Like he's in that mode because what Lautaro will do, yes,
Oh,
he
yeah,
plays in
yeah,
that
yeah.
2-man formation, but Lautaro allows people like all these guys to just run into the box. That's what I want.
Yeah.
Because if you just
Yeah.
isolate Giroud, it's just the thing about Giroud, his flicks never took off. Silly flicks that he always tried to do. He'll score, but it's out of desperation. You keep launching and launching and launching until he hits the ball. And that's not really a good game plan throughout the season. Like you want something where like, oh fuck, this dude got the ball. Now I gotta worry about Leao. I gotta worry about Theo Hernandez. I don't know who to guard. That's the type of number 9 that I want. And I feel like that kid, he might not be that to a certain extent, but I think he's a good proposition on the market right now.
Kefim Turam. Wait, sorry, what? Say that. What was the last thing you said, Clint?
No. I said like Xerxes is the only proposition we have right now. Somebody that can hold the ball and all that stuff.
Oh yeah.
You
I
look
think
at the
he's
number.
great. I love those kind of players, dude. That's the kind of football that I like. So, for me, if we get him, I'd be very happy. Honestly, if we get him. So
How much is
there's. Okay, so there's this. Aziz says, "Hi, it's been a while." No. Sorry. Hey, hi Aziz, how you doing, my man? Aziz would like to get Xerxes, Kolpani, and Chukwueze out. There was another message I saw that was an official. Here it is. Kim Barini. Milan will offer Bologna up to 30 million for Xerxes plus Salamakers in return. Colombo could also be part of the deal. The player has a 40 million release clause. That 40 million is only for Bayern, though.
So he might cost like, for Bayern it's 40, but for everyone else it could
Well-
run up to like 60.
Well, so Xerxes is 30 plus Salamakers. That's what, 20 million, something like that. Colombo probably 15 to 20 million also. So it's like 60. It's a 60 million operation.
But if Bologna is smart, nobody's paying that money for him, bro. Unless Al Hilal comes in or these Saudi clubs. Like the big teams, they're not gonna pay that. They're not. Because you look at Man United, you look at Tottenham, that's how I look at it. Nobody's gonna come in. They're already saturated. So if Bologna is smart, Milan is coming, I might as well give them that money. Inter is not gonna come to get that dude. Juve is not gonna come and get him. Napoli's not gonna come. I mean, unless Osimhen leaves, maybe. But
Napoli's going to have a lot of money, dude. Napoli's going to have a lot
that's
of
what
money.
I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. Maybe Napoli, maybe, but then that's it. Like nobody's gonna be paying 60 mil. So if we giving them that, they need to thank God. They need to kiss our feet.
Well, I mean, they get. I think that's a pretty good deal because they get 2 players that for their club can be very important, and Xerxes makes his move to a bigger club. I think that actually sounds like a good deal to me.
Because
I'll
once
be honest
Thiago
with you.
Motta, yeah, because once Thiago Motta leaves, that's it. That little fairy tale is over. They're gone. They're gonna sell all their players and back to where they belong, struggling. And they also need a fucking. I mean, they don't need to get relegated. They're not on my blacklist because they performed this year, but they're gonna be struggling. So, and that's gonna be the reality. So, they might want to really consider like getting rid of their players as soon as they can and sell them. I think 30, 40 mil is a good deal. 60 million, that's a stretch, bro. That's a stretch. I wouldn't get him for 60 million.
Yeah, but we already know how it is. These middle to small clubs will always upsell those players. So, I mean, 60 million is obviously way over what he's actually worth, but I mean, that's just how it is in today's market.
The players they get in exchange is a good deal for Bologna. That's a good, because if Bologna wants to get a Salamangers and a Colombo, they have to spend about 40 million if they want to get two players like that. So in the end, if they get to keep them and make some money on top, I think it's a good deal for Bologna too. It's not just a good deal for Milan; it's a good deal for Bologna.
I'll say this though, Milan. If Magnan leaves, I hope they have money to line up and they need to go get Di Gregorio tomorrow. He should be the only one in the books. They need to go get that guy.
Bring
tomorrow.
Gigio back.
No. They need to
Bring
get Di
number
Gregorio.
99 back.
Nah, I need Di Gregorio in our team, bro.
Did you see Gigio Donnarumma save a penalty against Ecuador?
Yeah,
he can-
Gigi's where it's at. That's where it's
Yeah,
at.
bro. Yeah, he
That's
can go
right.
say he can save penalties against Venezuela, bro. Let's play real teams.
Oh,
Hey,
damn.
hey, you can only beat
guys,
who's in
we
front of you.
apologize.
Yeah.
We apologize to all the Venezuelans that follow us. So we do not.
Yeah, Venezuela want the smoke. Yeah.
We can only beat who's in front of us. But listen, if Di Gregorio but he's kind of old. He's like 27 or something like that.
No,
ain't
he's
he?
not.
No.
No, he's
How
not.
old is he?
Nah, bro. He young.
He's okay.
Somebody look it up. He young.
What do you say young is?
Oh no, he's right. You're right. He's 26.
Yeah. Okay. So I mean, he's
ready.
his
He's
prime.
ready. He's ready.
Yeah. If we want a ready goalkeeper, yeah, I could say that.
He's
but
good.
also Desplanches would be very good as well too.
Oh my dude, he saved the penalty against Turkey. You saw that?
Yeah. So
I would go for Desplanches, but Desplanches is obviously still young. Di Gregorio is ready. I would go for Desplanches too, though. I don't disagree with that.
Nah, I get Montipo. Was it Montipo? Those are the players when they play against Milan. These goalkeepers, him, the one from Udinese, the dude that does the braille, I keep forgetting his name. Fucking Silvestri. It's like when they see Milan, it's like they're playing against Prime Brazil. They just want to stop all the shots, bro. I hate them to death. Fucking hell. They're good though.
Gigi back. Roy will kiss his feet. No. And Gigio needs to come back. I want Gigio Donnarumma back at AC Milan.
He can never come back to Milan.
He's
bro.
a real Milanista. He's a real Milanista.
But
Look,
sure.
Look at what Herbert wrote.
But we know how fans are, though. Fans are gonna be like, "Oh, we don't want him back. He's trash."
Herbert,
and then
Herbert,
the first penalty save, they're gonna be
Nathan,
kissing his feet.
Nathan, wait. This Herbert, are you the other guy that says I'm CIA too? Y'all swear I'm a fucking spy or whatever deep state.
Clint,
dude I'm supposed
we
to
know,
be.
Clint.
Like, you're talking about Diddy.
Clint,
Why are you talking about Diddy, dude?
Clint, everyone knows you as a Furlanisti, Clint. It's okay, just own it.
Oh no, I own it. I told you I'll take it. If that's the title y'all gonna give me, I'm gonna run with that. I'll be Furlani's representative on this shot. I'll be the bad guy. I'm not a spy. Yo, this spy thing needs to get out of your vocabulary. I'm not a spy. I no longer work for the U.S. government. Oh man, I don't.
So you're a Fed.
I'm not. I used to.
If Bologna get frisky with a request, I will go to Bayern and ask them to redeem Xerxes in exchange for Tomori, linked to Bayern, plus 10-15 million to us. At worst, we can use this option as leverage. Interesting.
That's a good. That sounds pretty solid. Cause Tomori, I won't mind. He's expandable to me. You can sell him. You can sell him. You can sell Tomori. He's expandable to me. Yeah, that'd be. That's kind of tough. Cause Chiara is leaving.
So, but if we sold Tomori though, we would have to immediately go for like Scalvini or something like that.
No, I already said no. Scalvini needs to be in that CDK transaction. I'm sorry, it has to be. You gotta get Scalvini. You gotta leverage and get Scalvini. Now, Copen, what's his name? Cope Miners is, I guess Juve. That's somebody we can get. He can play CDM, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, Cope Miners. That's somebody we should look at.
He's one of the more expensive. He's the second most expensive midfielder in Italy after Barella.
Damn. Fuck. God.
But he's going to go for free. He's going for free.
Bro, it's like they drink that fucking water in Bergamo. They go from 1 million to fucking 100 mil. Fucking hell.
What do you guys think about Kefrem Turam for the midfield?
He's good, but I think we can get better. Depending how the operation costs, he's good, but we can get better.
You know where I saw him play, Nathan? Clint?
Yeah, you're going to say U20, but you forget that he also played with
Let's go, U21! Best tournament in the world.
Team. Yeah, he played the senior team. But his brother might tell him, no, come to Inter, and don't go to Milan.
What do you think of him, Nathan?
Say the name again?
He has good face. Kefrem Turam. Turam's son. The youngest. He plays with Nice, which in France right now, he's solid. But I think we can get better. Like, we can get better solid midfielders than him. Like, what's about the Amrabat? A lot of people, there's divided opinion. There's a lot of Milan fans online that do not want Amrabat, but they're willing to let Amrabat actually walk. They're not going to redeem him. He's going back to Fiorentina in the summer. He's going back to Fiorentina. Messi United is not buying him. Is there somebody we can get?
This is another case of a player not doing well in England because it's England. We know what he can do in Italy, and I mean, he might still be a good option. I mean,
I feel like he'll be a good option. He's a pure CDM. He'll be better than what we have right now in terms of like protecting in front of the defense.
Yeah, I know. It's just whether or not he can get over his stint in England, because that was I won't say it was a disaster because what's his name was playing him out of position a lot, but if one year can really hurt you.
If you integrate them properly, Darmian was a flop at Man United.
Yeah, no, that's what I'm saying. Like, leagues, not every league is meant for every player.
Some players like they struggle in England, but yeah, they come back. There's some different type of time. So I think he can definitely especially if you come to that Milan team, you got a strict position, you're guaranteed. I think he'll be good. He'll be good. I think he'll be good for us. I think Amrabat. Matter of fact, as CDM, I see Amrabat as that's the guy I'll go for. When I think about the CDMs on the market, I'll go for him.
Would you get Tonali back? Nathan?
No. Yes, his gambling issues, bro.
I personally would take him back.
Okay.
It's not the gambling thing is off field,
bro. You really want to turn Milan into the commission? You want to turn Milan into a fucking commission, bro? Getting all these
because I look at it like this. That's an off-field situation that can be remedied. On the field, we know what he can do. So it's just a matter of fixing his gambling addiction, which any addiction takes time, and there's always gonna be chances of relapse and things like that.
Yeah, you can do that. You can do that when you're stacking the midfield. But if you bring in this guy to be really reliable on him, and he's actually a liability, the off the field stuff is a big liability. You look at players like the Balotelli, these guys. Like, you bring these people in for big numbers, or even for small. Let's say he's on small wages. Now you gotta do some other investigation. You find out he's doing he's gambling again, and you're like, oh, what the fuck? Because I'm telling you, this is not gonna stop, bro. Like, somebody that got sanctioned as soon as he got to fucking Newcastle, fucking did some bets again.
Wait, here's the problem that I'm having. Well, I want to know when these bets were placed. Like, were they placed while he was playing, or were they placed afterwards? Like after he was banned?
Watch. No. It was placed in August. So essentially, he didn't learn. It was placed in August of this season.
Wait. So in that case, it's not a matter of learning. It's a matter of like this should be done under the same, I guess punishment. So if this was done during his probation, like if he relapsed, let's say like now he relapsed, that's a different story
It's
compared
not
to
the
when
same.
he was in.
It can be the same punishment because one is meant for Italy, and then the other one is England. I don't know if you
Yeah,
understand. The
no,
new
no,
one they
no.
just found out. The new one they just
Yeah.
found. That's the FA. That's the FA now. That's the English Federation.
Okay,
Now.
so in that case, if his ban is for it was so I guess then we would have to decide or know if that ban is for football in general.
Yeah, football. It was
or
on
if
the
it's
games.
in England. Okay,
It was for
so
football, bro.
I guess we would have to see if he is punished again, if it's going to be a punishment within the EPL or in football in general. And also, it also needs to come under whatchamacallit, like it still should be used as part of the original case.
It can't because it's separate jurisdiction. Now I don't know
Okay,
how
so
fully.
then
I don't know how
so
fully how the jurisdiction work, but what they
Right.
just discovered this morning, I don't know how the jurisdictions like they work since like England is no longer
It's
part of the
FA.
Union
It's
European.
not. It's FA.
Right.
It's
It-
just
okay.
FA.
So
Yeah.
if he came back to Italy, it wouldn't carry over since
Yeah.
it's not the same
Yeah, he can play in it.
So
He could
so then
play
he
in
can
it.
play. So then in that case, I would do my best. I would give him one more chance. I would as a club and owner, I would do our best to get him right and have
you
all of
believe that?
his.
And how you gonna fucking get him right? Like
Hey,
send it to massage parlors?
it's
What are you gonna
I
do?
believe.
It's
I
just
believe you.
it's just like your own personal family member. If your own personal family member had problems, you wouldn't give up on them
And
after
what
the
they do?
first.
And what they do?
Okay.
And what your family members they do? They steal your money and they go buy crack. That's what they do.
Hey, but that's
then
what
you
I
I'm
guys keep
believe
saying.
in
doing over and over.
redemption. I
But-
believe that
but-
Clint, one day you will get rid of the furlanismo in you. I believe in
And no,
redemption.
bro, this got nothing to do with Fulanismo. This
Yeah,
is somebody
no,
that
this-
actually there's somebody that actually has like
This
a
has
real
nothing to do
problem.
with that.
No,
Yes,
no, but I'm
somebody has a
saying
real
people can work on these issues. It's it's fine.
Yeah, but this moment, my question to you, Roy, with the way Milan is moving right now, we want imminent results. I don't think Milan is no longer in the same way we don't have time
I
to
don't
be
want
waiting
imminent
on a youngster. Okay. The same way we
Yeah.
don't have time waiting for somebody young to come up. We don't have time somebody battling with addiction that might be a liability. If you're deep in the season,
but Clint, but if he can play in Italy though, and we can get
But-
him the help he needs, if we can monitor him properly, and when I say properly, I mean
invasion of
monitor him-
property, you believe you're
No,
American
no.
and you
No.
believe
You
invasion of
monitor him.
privacy.
You monitor him in house, like an in-house monitoring.
Look what you're saying, but you go against your values. No, you don't monitor nobody
Maradona had a
else.
coke problem. Maradona had a coke problem.
And what happened? He ended up quitting football because of that.
He kicked ass. Won a World Cup. Won the Serie A with Napoli. Kicked ass.
Yeah, but Clint, you gotta at least attempt to help him.
You know who else had a betting problem? Giuseppe.
Rossi.
No, Paolo Rossi. Sorry, no.
Oh,
Giuseppe
Paolo Rossi. Yeah, Paolo Rossi.
Paolo
Right?
Rossi. Yeah. He was suspended for. He was suspended for 2 years. Then he came back, won the World Cup, and won the Ballon d'Or.
Yep. Right.
So
And
there
Tonali-
you go. So you gotta give him. You have to give him a chance. Do in-house monitoring. And when I say in-house monitoring, the only things he can use are laptops or cell phones that are given to him that can be
Patriot
monitored
Act.
24/7.
Bro, what the fuck? You
Slap-
sound like a deep state. Bro.
Slap the
Nathan.
Patriot Act on his ass.
That is so
Hey.
wrong. Wow.
Hey,
And you
it's the
want
same
that?
thing it's the same thing if you go to an institution. If you go to an institution for drugs, they monitor you 24/7. This will
Wow,
be the
so
same thing. It'll be the same thing.
So Nathan were the people for the lockdown. You're one of them. You need to go to California. You and Roy need to switch states. You need to be over there because you believe in those type of things. I would not
What do you
want.
mean? What do you
You
mean?
wanna-
So how is she supposed to get help? Clint? Tell me how is she supposed to get help?
Yeah, he
Tell
should
me.
know that. Like, but it's on him. He has to
No,
be.
Clint, but things happen though, Clint. You're talking about a world that is 100% ideal. Things happen. So you
And
got
you
to
think
take
he's gonna
that into
consent?
account.
And you think he's gonna consent to that? Like, yo,
If
Milan's gonna
he
follow what
wants
I
to,
do?
if he says no to all of that, then he gets cut off from football for life. If he agrees to it, then it's fine. Those are the options. You agree, cool. If you don't, well, you're no longer playing. It's literally as simple as that.
Well, part of his suspension also included a recovery therapeutic plan kind of thing. So he's gonna be 8 months in therapy anyway. So
this dude is fucking, what's his name?
Yeah, and
Sandro Gambino.
No, but he is an addict. This is a mental
is
issue.
It's
a mental issue. Did you guys see what the allegations are?
If they find out that he hasn't bet or gambled at all since the prosecution and the hearings and all that stuff, then that shows he's taking it serious.
Dude's doing the parlays. That's all he cares about, man. Bring him to Vegas. Hey, bring him. Let him come play for LA. Listen, let him come play to LAFC, right? He's not far from Vegas. He can drive up and gamble in peace. He'd be okay.
But you know what's crazy, though? You know what's crazy is that this whole gambling thing is just so interesting because they literally advertise gambling on the billboards during the game.
That's the hypocrisy of the world we live in.
Right. That's and it's so funny because if you're gambling and what you gamble actually moves the lines for betting, then it becomes a big deal. But if you're betting and you're not changing the lines, it really shouldn't matter.
Bro, my sons is out here. They betting on fucking yellow cards and red cards.
But did you see the allegations? Did you see the allegations?
No.
Do you know what they are? But when he went to England from August to October, he did 50 bets in England in the Premier League. So this guy is he's a psychopath. He does not give two shits whatsoever.
If you've gambled before, it's really the thrill of just winning.
Yeah.
It's not even money. It's really the thrill of just guessing it right and testing your knowledge. And 50 bets is really not that much, to be honest. If you bet on 5 teams, depending on what website you use, you can do multiple bets just on 5 teams alone, and you can easily come out to about 15 to 20 bets.
Listen, the other addict are also speaking. Another gambling addict speaking. You're defending your fellow.
I'm just letting you know how it is.
Yeah, I'm gonna tell your wife where all that mortgage money goes, boy. Out here doing parlays and shit. Okay.
I'm just informing you how
I
you can do.
I think Berardi does the same thing. I was watching a game, I think it was a game against Roma, and he got a yellow card that made no sense. Who is chewing? Guys, it's super loud.
Oh, that's me, my bad. I'll mute myself.
Well, thanks, bro. So, Berardi against Roma, he did this foul that made no sense to me. The first thing I thought is like, that shit is suspicious as fuck. He got a yellow card, and then he was happy. It was like so unnecessary in an unnecessary moment of the game, unnecessary space on the field. I think there's a lot of players that do this shit.
And also, like, I don't know if this is gambling is just online, that's one thing. But like, if he's gambling with like these mafiosos in Southern Italy and he owes them money too, I don't know, man. Like sometimes they just go down the freaking rabbit hole. You thought it was a little game, and then you end up owing these people so much money that you become a pawn. And you're forced to gamble. I mean, it happens to a lot of athletes that we know.
Read Herbert's message. 100% correct, Herbert.
Addiction has so many faces. One of them is Tifosi addicted to mediocrity. True, Herbert. Very true. Very, very true. I feel sorry for Tonali. He looks like a good guy. He only damaged himself. Hope he recovers and comes back strong. RossonARI gambling addiction therapy. Yeah. Listen, I don't know. These are allegations, but let's see what happens. If he gets caught, he's going to be disqualified from
Roy. There's no longer allegation. Once that becomes public news and there's no counter suing or shutting that down, it means it's true. That's how I'm looking at it, especially once you add the first.
No, it doesn't mean it's true. It doesn't mean it's true.
The first time was allegation.
Come on,
him,
man.
Right?
You just accused Nathan of being like lockdown, and here you are going guilty.
No. But watch this.
Come
No,
on,
no,
my man.
no, but
Come
watch
on,
this.
dude.
But the first time when that news came out, I remember y'all lied. I remember especially like you're like, oh no, that's not true. There's somebody in Italy that like giving this lie. We don't know about it. Then boom, he got sanctioned. It proved that Tonali was gambling, and he got caught. This coming around, I don't think it's coming out of the blue. I think he really betted on 50 games, and I think that's the truth. Now, in terms of the sanctions, we don't know.
Yeah,
But
it's an
I
okay,
don't
but it's
really, I
still
don't really
it's still
think
just
it.
an allegation until it
I
becomes
mean,
proven.
I'll be honest. It's most likely going to be true, but I don't think it really matters much. To be honest, like it, I don't
But
know.
I think
Like,
it's fucked up, dude. If it is true, Nathan, I think like you go into a new country, new club, and the first thing you do is bet on the EPL. It's like you must have a really strong fucking mindset.
he's
You know?
he's a liability, man.
that's why I said. That's why I said it's not a matter of money. It's a matter for him because he makes so much money. It's a matter of
Yeah, but
feeling the
Rush,
thrill of
he's
yeah.
it's kind of like gangster almost. Like it's almost like gangster kind of shit. Like he's it's like illegal bullshit. It's like, does he get a rush out of that shit?
Yeah, I think he just gets a rush out of it, to be honest.
That's crazy.
But the biggest problem is we had Tonali and we spent peanuts to get him. In order to get him from Newcastle, they're going to recover as much money as possible. So we're not going to get him
I don't
for
know.
anything cheap.
yeah,
There's
but
no
like right now, his first season already is he signed for how many years?
It's also about stock, though. His stock definitely went down.
No, but he signed for how many years in Newcastle?
I
5
mean,
A
years,
long
right?
time.
Yeah, even if it's 5 years, even no matter what, he won't go below 40.
No, but
He
it
won't.
doesn't look. But Nathan, he's probably going to be out like 2 years out of his contract, not being on the field. Because if those 50, like the FA stuff, which is not going to be double jeopardy, by the way, if they do sanction him, he was back for 10 months. He's supposed to be coming back this summer? I believe so.
Yeah, August.
He comes back in August, and then they give you another ban. And Newcastle is not playing no fucking Champions League, no European football. They only have to play the FA Cup and anything just related to England. He's not going to also play if he gets found guilty. That's another whole season gone. And 2 years off the field is damn near like fucking Pogba getting sanctioned. By the time Tonali comes back, Pogba is also going to be back in football. Literally.
But
I think his stock is going to go down, and they will probably just even let him go for free.
well, in that case, I would if the sanctions come and it's just an EPL sanction and not a footballing one, like a total footballing one, then I would take him back.
Isn't that messed up? What's his name? Mutu, Adrian Mutu with the whole cocaine or I don't know doping
Yeah,
stuff.
I think
Yeah.
That messed his career.
Yeah,
so-
I think it was cocaine. Yeah,
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 that's
but at least
that,
this is
talented.
but this at least this what he's doing isn't like enhancing your body in any sort of positive or negative way.
Yeah, but there's still rules are still the rules, man. So if you
Yeah, I
can't
know.
follow them,
I know.
but he is modifying the games if he is.
But
betting on him, so.
but that's what I was saying before. There are certain amounts that you can place that will actually change the lines on a bet. So
But can we admit at this point that this is a mental problem? Like it's a mental. It's like it's not normal. Like this guy is literally risking to destroy his career. Like this is a problem. Like it's not normal.
yeah,
It's not like.
But I feel like it's also like now that I remember they're coming up, the ones that play professional football and being in these academies. Isn't that also due to like the leniency of academies? Because before, like an academy, from my understanding, at least in the Ivory Coast, and I'm pretty sure it was similar everywhere. Was that there's in academies, like it was so strict. When you got out to U20, even at the U20, there's things you couldn't do. You couldn't have earrings. You really couldn't have tattoos. You don't have the liberty of doing certain things. It's damn near like the military. So by the time you're professional, you're still kind of professional. And don't you not think like the leniency already at the academies where you're seeing kids having the with social media and all that, like it just opens you up to so many BS. Like you're running into how do you explain what these young kids are already Julian, all these guys. But that's like a 40-man
Dude, you're.
man behavior.
I don't know if it's just me, but your connection is in and out.
It's bad.
I
Isn't it?
don't.
Yeah.
I think. I don't know, Nathan. Could you hear Clint fine?
No, it's
just-
breaking up pretty bad.
It's breaking
Yeah.
up. Oh shit.
Yeah, didn't hear anything you said, bro.
Yeah, let's say,
Literally one single word.
Yeah, can you hear me now?
It's still breaking up a bit.
Nah.
It's still
it's-
breaking up. Okay.
Yeah.
It sounds like your phone is being spied on.
Like you're going through some dead zones or something.
Yeah.
But I would take him back if Tonali for whatever reason left for free, like they just terminated his contract. I would take him back. I would place him essentially under house arrest, where he is just at Milan 24/7, can't go nowhere, gets his groceries delivered to him, text messages are monitored, computer.
Wow. Now you've disappeared.
Yeah, I got I'm getting a call.
All right. So Chunk here in chat says Hoylberg. I think Carmelo also in the chat, another chat, said something about Hoylberg. What do we think about Hoylberg, the Tottenham player?
I really haven't watched him, so I really can't comment
Yeah.
on
Hey,
him.
can y'all hear me well now?
Yeah, that's better.
Yeah.
Hello? Yeah, no.
Yeah.
Yeah, Hoiberg. I like Hoiberg. I think we can get him. I mean, if we don't
What
pay
about
nothing
that
for him,
Girona player?
He'll good. He'll be a good CDM. You know, he has good. He fights. He fights a lot. I like him. I like
What
him. I
about
always
the
like
Girona striker? Is he any good? Or I mean, I know he's good because I watched Girona, but what do y'all think about him?
Yeah, him coming to this Milan, bro, as a CDM, any CDM that comes, there's not a lot of CDMs there in the market, man. So if you got somebody that has tank, we don't need. It's not like we're looking for a G-Star type, like, you know,
Yeah.
crazy. It's you can get Hoiberg, but I'm not against it at all.
What do you guys think about your guys' favorite player, Giroud, leaving? Damn. What happened, yo?
Can you hear me, Roy?
Nathan. Yeah, I can hear you now. Yeah.
Okay. Well,
Giroud, his time with AC Milan is done. He's going to the
Good.
MLS. He's coming to my neck of the woods. He's literally coming to my neck of the woods.
he should have
This is
been
my
gone.
stadium.
He should have been gone at least 1 or 2 years. Because this is going to force the managers to either. Well, we know what they're going to do. Actually, we're going to keep Thuram and we're going to keep what's his name?
Thuram? Jovic, you mean?
Yeah, Jovic.
Who would you have as your 3 strikers for next year?
Me personally would be Okafor. I guess Okafor, Jovic, and Camarda.
Look at you saying that in such an American name, Okafor. It's Okafor.
Man, I don't care. Man, hey, when he starts performing
He's not Nigerian. He's Swiss.
Yes, he's from Switzerland, but he's his dad. He's from Nigeria. That's a Nigerian. No, Okafor. Okafor.
Hey, I ain't got time to put specialized dialects and inflections. I'm just gonna say his name.
You probably gonna say person that says like Milan. Yeah,
Hey,
that's how Cardinal. That's how Cardinale says it.
Milan.
Hey, either way, are we going with what I want or what is most likely going to happen?
This would be nice. I like this. Xerxes, Jovic, Camarda. I'll take that if that's a minimum.
I would take Xerxes, Oak, and Camarda.
Yeah, that actually makes more sense. Xerxes, Okafor, Camarda. Yeah, that makes more sense. And Jovic, just don't sign Jovic.
Yeah, I would skip Jovic.
Xerxes, okay, for Camarda, I think that's a good trio right there.
I'll get
Uh,
Xerxes, Lautaro, and
yeah, okay.
and Chiesa.
Bro,
Chiesa's also gotta leave, right?
y'all are dreaming about this Inter downfall,
No,
man. It's
Nah,
not going to
bro,
be drastic like that. It
Lautaro
ain't going to be.
we're not gonna get Lautaro, dude.
But what about Chiesa? It didn't say Chiesa is speculated to leave.
I'll get
If we
Chiesa,
get
yeah.
Chiesa, then
Fuck
what
yeah.
do you do
Oh
with,
my
with
lord.
Leao? What do you do with Leao?
No.
Chiesa's right wing.
Okay, but what do you do with Pulisic? Because that would be a disservice to him.
You put him in the center.
Yeah, that's not a bad idea.
You
That's
put
not a
Pulisic
bad
in the
idea.
center.
I mean, Leao, Xerxes, Pulisic, Chiesa. That's a fucking nice attacking.
Bro, that's a wet dream. Holy shit.
That's a nice
Yeah,
attacking
yeah.
quartet right there.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I bet you
that sounds
Roy's
good.
gonna run to Red Bear Capital. With a
Nah.
fucking
Ooh, but
No,
what if
never.
do we know for sure if Frotesi is being signed by Inter with the
Yeah,
financial
that,
problems they're having?
oh, that's done. That's done. That contract is been signed.
I thought they were doing like what they did with or like how Juventus did and paid in installments.
Yeah, but they own the player. They're just paying in installments, but they own the player.
Oh, okay. I thought they had to like complete some stuff.
I hate these teams, bro. How come they fucking get installments? We don't.
Well, we don't offer that. That's why we don't offer. We don't ask the same thing. Plain and simple. The thing is, those teams like Inter. Okay, let's say Fratelli was what 40 million. Inter says, okay, I'll pay you guys 15 million and 20 million and 20 million. Milan's going to come and say, nah, we think Fratelli is only worth 30 or 35 million. So overall, they're going to be getting paid more money by Inter than by us. So they can ask for these different ways of payments as long as the payment is in full and there's not a discount on the player.
But I think Milan does it also. Yeah, I think.
No
Milan
way, bro.
does it.
Like Chiesa. Chiesa went for what 60 million. Milan was offering 40. Juventus said we'll pay in installments and you'll get.
Oh no, yeah. That's the ultimate price. I'm saying Milan also pays in installments. I think they all do. All the teams pay.
Yeah, but that's after we lowball them though. That's after
right. Yeah.
They all do for amortization. I mean, all teams have to do that. Like nobody can pay off rep, or you're gonna breach financial like UEFA stupid ass FPP rules. But Chiesa didn't want to come to Milan.
No, bro. We were ahead of Juventus. We were ahead of Juventus for Chiesa.
No,
the only problem is we did not want to pay the 60 million, and Juventus said we'll go ahead and do it in installments. That's the difference.
Yeah, well, too bad for him. We won the Scudetto, and he hasn't won anything since he's been over there. So we'll see.
Nonso says, you guys actually think Xerxes, Jovic, and Camarda would match Inter with Lautaro, Thuram, and Taremi? That's a very good. It's a very good point.
I forgot Inter is going Taremi too. Fuck.
Yeah, but I mean, what can we do? Like this team, the owners are not going to shell out money for primetime strikers to match that.
We can go shopping at Chelsea, man, because they want to get rid of a lot of their shits over there.
Dude, all of those players turned out to be flops. That's crazy.
Yeah, but then the system, right? They have them in there.
Yeah,
and they're young, so we can get it. But Lukaku is going back to Chelsea, which is crazy. That's the crazy part. He's going back to Chelsea.
You think so?
No, I don't think so. I know so. He's going back to Chelsea.
Roma's not going to keep him?
Nah, they're not going to redeem him, bro. They don't got the money
for
it. Even if they did, they're not going to do it.
Yeah, but you don't think Chelsea will let him go?
But he's not going to want to stay, bro. Lukaku only came for Mourinho. Mourinho's no longer there. Dybala even wants his way out. They're not staying.
You know what Lukaku said this a few months ago, right? You know what he said? He said that Saudi Arabia, that's the future of football. That's what he said.
Yeah. So he wants to go there. The reason why I say that is because Lukaku had to leave because he was beefing with Tuchel. Nobody else. Tuchel is no longer there. They got Pochettino. If him and Pochettino have a good phone call, and you know right now Chelsea is in a desperate desire of a number 9, they can guarantee Lukaku he can come back. He's not bad with the fans. It's just he did not get along with the coach, so he wanted out of there. At the interview he did and all that stuff. So I think he's gonna want like one more time before that World Cup, before he goes for a big payday and Saudi Arabia. Because, dude, they're paying him a lot of money still, bro. He's on the books for like a good minute. So I don't think.
Yeah, sorry, right. Finish it.
No,
okay. Yeah. Andon says, hear me out. If we can get Xerxes plus Lukaku, that is not bad at all. Would you get Lukaku at Milan?
No, he's washed.
But Pioli, Lukaku's still good. Stop it.
Right, who can play? Who can play with Pioli, Nathan? Nobody can play with Pioli.
Bro, that's. I keep telling you, the strikers that Pioli will be able to get the best out of are big traditional number 9 strikers. So Lukaku, Zlatan, Giroud, Sesko, Scamacca. Those are the types of guys that Pioli understands. So he can get. Yeah, Lukaku would be good.
Okay, yeah, I thought you disagreed. Never mind.
No.
Yeah, if Lukaku comes to Milan, I'll buy the shirt. I'll buy all 3: the home shirt, away shirt, and the third.
Oh, so you okay? You okay putting money in Jetty's pockets then?
Yeah, for Lukaku, yeah. I'll make the exception for Lukaku.
Fair enough.
That's it. Nobody else. It's crazy that we could have had Enzo Fernandez. Yeah. We had to get Enzo before he went to Benfica. Right. Okay, so let's start to wind it down here.
What about that Swedish striker from Sporting Lisbon?
Gyökeres?
Yeah, I can't even pronounce his fucking name. Yeah.
I don't know, man. Who is
I
this
feel like
guy?
they're not proven, bro. Like they're gonna come in Italy, and I don't know. I don't know much about him, but I've seen his name circulating around.
I don't know.
I haven't really watched his game for real. Nathan, you who watches all the alien leagues. How is he? That Swedish guy.
I don't know.
I'll pull out a video. We'll see.
Even Gonzalo Ramos, I don't think that'd be a bad fit for Milan. Do y'all think? Because PSG, his agent is marketing him to us.
He's decent.
Like Gonzalo Ramos?
Yeah.
So if he comes to Milan, you wouldn't say no? Instead of Xerxes?
No. Xerxes is the number 1 option. I think that is the number 1 option for Milan.
Man, Xerxes, that's another Nigerian too. Bro, the moment they let Nigerians go to Europe, bro, that was a problem, son. They started impregnating all these European females. They got these top cyborg players. I promise you, bro, all these kids are fucking Nigerian, dog. Like, it's ridiculous.
Zerali is Nigerian.
Yeah, look at that. Oh, shit.
Nyonto is Nigerian too. Kayode is Nigerian.
Nyonto's from the Ivory Coast, bro. Don't jack that.
No, he's Nigerian.
He's from the Ivory Coast. He's from my.
No, he's not.
I think Clint is right with that. I think Clint's right with that.
Moise Keane is Ivorian. They're both from where my dad's from. Do not jack that, bro. I know Ivorian.
No. I think Clint's right on that one.
Go look it up.
I've studied his history.
No, he's not. He's from the Ivory Coast all the way. That's an Ivorian last name, straight up.
Oh shit, you're right. Never mind. Yeah, you're right. He's an Ivorian. Okay, Ivorian. Yeah. Kayode is also.
He's from Ghana. That's Ghanaian last name. Straight up.
I thought
Udoji is the one that's Nigerian, but Kayode is a. I know because my mom it's it's a last name thing. Kayode is from Ghana.
Guys, what do you think about that? Because Clint, you just brought his name to my attention.
Yeah, but Kayode is Italian. Yeah, he's not Ghanaian. He's Italian.
Yeah,
but
hold on.
That guy is more Italian than most Italians.
But Udoji though, if we sell Leao or not Leao, sorry, if we sell Teo, we should go for Udoji.
Yeah, but he got Spurs price on them now.
Yeah, but bro, we're getting Teo money though. Teo money's higher than the Doji what the Doji costs.
I don't think Zoe is gonna let Teo leave. So that's what relieves me.
Yeah, but
Kayode is Nigerian, guys. Kayode is Nigerian.
No, Kayode is. You sure Kayode is not a Ghanaian last name, bro? He's Nigerian all the way. I mean, he's Ghanaian all the way. Nah, bro.
Itunu says
Coyote, that's a
Yoruba.
Nigerian. Yoruba for Coyote? Wow.
Let me see. Damn, he's only 19.
Yeah, and what age? Is he born in Italy or he's born outside?
No, he's Italian, bro. He's pure Italian. Forget
Okay.
about it.
So they didn't. Okay, they didn't tamper with his age.
No. Let's see. I thought. Yeah, Nigerian. Yeah, Nigerian descent.
Interesting.
Coyote is a Nigerian name. It's Olewa Kwayode. So is it Tomori Nigerian too?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep. Tomori Nigerian. Fucking Tammy Abraham Nigerian. I mean, all of them from England. They're Nigerian. There's a big Ghanaian community in Italy, for sure. A lot of Ghanaians tend to go to Italy and England, and also Germany. Some parts of Germany, but mainly England and Italy. I know I have a lot of Ghanaian friends that were like born in Italy. Like a lot of them.
What about that guy Colonosho or the young Italian kid? He's I think he's like a left winger or something.
Dog Brew? Who the hell is Dog? What? Colonosho is so Colonosho is eligible for USA, Italy, Nigeria. He's been playing for Italy, and it looks like he wants to stay with Italy, but USA is really strong on him. Yeah. But apparently so far he's chose Italy, but also he tore his ACL.
Oh man.
The reason why
I haven't been seeing him.
One thing I realized, the reason why some of these guys with ambiguous background come to the US though is for the clout, the fame that other athletes get here. Like that's why all of them run and they're like, I want to go to the US, because since football is not as like soccer or whatever is not as developed, you can easily get clout. Like the same way Pulisic gets clout, like LeBron, literally, like you can get clout. That's why like the Balogun, all these guys decide to come play over here.
Guys, the number one Furlanista is here, like the ambassador of the Furlanista.
Nah, Clint. What the fuck is soccer? Soccer.
Hey, Paul, Coyote is not a...
Wait a minute. Is that Paul?
No, Paul. Coyote is not his name?
Say that again, sorry.
No, I said Coyote. That's not a Ghanaian last name, bro?
No, that's Nigerian, bro. Nah, that's a Nigerian last name, bro. That's a Yoruba name, bro. That's Nigerian.
Okay, interesting. So Milan is linked to a Danish 19-year-old. I don't know him. So what's up, Paul? What's going on? Come on, talk your shit. I know you came here to talk. What's going on? Let's go. Come on.
I'm chilling. I heard Jovic is getting a renewal, so I'm happy. You know,
you're happy with that?
That's good news for me. Yeah, I want to keep Jovic.
Wait.
That's good.
Do you disagree with Xerxes, Okafor, Camarda as the 3 next year?
I don't think Camarda is ready to.
Wait, hold on. If Jovic is getting a renewal, that means he's going to be part of the 3. So,
yeah, I'm not against that.
I mean, Camarda would be used for like the small teams or like the game where the game is done, though.
Guys, listen, we can't rush Camarda's growth.
Bro, he's not being rushed, bro. When you got the skill, bro, you're not being rushed. You're being held back. You're looking at it the wrong way.
No. But listen,
like Yamal, if Yamal was in Italy, in Milan's youth team right now, he would not get first team football. Guaranteed.
Why do you say that?
Nathan,
why do you say that?
Nathan. What do I say? What?
How do you know?
When Camarda came on against Fiorentina, I think it was it Okoli actually that was on him.
Can you also hear me? Sorry, I got a random call.
He was getting bullied off the ball, man. He was bouncing off defenders, man. Like, come on.
Okay, but Okoli is like a 27.
He's a unit. Yes, I know. He's 20.
He's
20 or 21.
He's young, yeah, but he's a unit. Camarda was 15. Next year he's going to be 17. Listen, Mbappe started playing. How old was Mbappe when he started playing with
but Roy, in August, because right now Camarda's 16. Okay, we'll let him finish the rest of the year. In August, it's a new season, going from 16 to 17 years old. Yamal went from 16 to 17 years old.
Yeah, but Nathan,
from the beginning.
Nathan, he's a winger.
But
he's a winger though.
I don't.
He's a winger, Nathan. He's a winger.
Don't care, bro.
He's not
He
a
has
striker.
the skill.
Camarda for the position he plays
to
in.
play, bro.
He needs to be
skill to
physically
play.
ready.
First of all,
Camarda is
like,
not ready.
first of all, Yamal is okay. Like, let's not exaggerate.
No, stop it. Stop it. Yeah. Did you watch the Brazil game? Did you watch the Brazil game?
No, I did. I did.
Roy,
I'm impressed.
Roy,
I'm impressed.
Roy,
I'm impressed. I'm
Roy's
impressed.
only saying this. Roy's
I'm
only saying
impressed.
this. Yamal was
I'm
not
impressed.
And then
Italian.
what
Yamal was
about? And
Italian.
then you have
If
Endrick as
Yamal
well
was
too.
Italian.
Endrick to me seems like the real deal.
Bro, if Endrick was playing in the Milan youth team right now, he would not be playing first team football. He wouldn't.
No, but
I don't know.
listen,
I don't
He
know.
wouldn't. He
even
would
looking
not.
at
He
Endrick-
would not.
No,
He
but
would not.
Nathan,
I don't know.
Nathan.
Why do you say
chill,
that?
Chill. Looking
Because
at
that's the mindset in Italy. That's
physically
just
ready,
how it
though.
is. No, bro.
No,
But
Nathan,
you guys are, bro.
Nathan,
You're confusing his stocky frame with strength. He would get knocked around in Italy just like Camarda did in his
Nathan,
2 minutes of
So
game time.
you're telling me
I agree.
Endrick is
I
not
agree with
strong
that.
because that's not what I see.
Say that again.
Endrick looks like
Endrick is-
Endrick. Yeah, Endrick looks like he's
Endrick
built.
is
He looks
strong, man.
mature.
He's built,
He looks
man.
mature.
He looks physically
Bro,
ready, man. To play with
Endrick
men.
is stocky because
He's been
he's
playing
short.
with men.
He is stocky because he is short.
No.
Camarda,
Listen.
Camarda is taller, so his
Camarda's
muscle
heavier.
is not gonna.
That
Camarda's
doesn't,
not
that
gonna.
doesn't mean anything.
Okay, so
That doesn't mean anything.
Oh,
that doesn't
but
mean
it does.
anything.
But your weight does
Doesn't
matter,
mean-
though.
Being
weight
heavy
does
doesn't
matter.
exactly equal being strong.
Okay,
That doesn't mean
but
anything.
I'm sorry. Do you know how much Camarda and Endrick can bench press?
Man.
Do you know?
Come
Okay,
on,
so
man.
if
What
you
does that have
don't
to
know,
do
you're
with
just
anything,
making up
man?
nonsense, bro. Like,
Oh
come
my
get
God.
out of here. Get out of here.
Oh
That's
my
utter
gosh, man.
nonsense.
Nathan has been ready to crash out
Tell me,
since Gabbia
Endrick,
and I don't know
Endrick
who
has,
else, man.
hey,
Camarda,
Endrick has
come on.
come into the
Come on.
first team of Brazil, bro. Of Brazil.
But Nathan, Endrick has been playing with grown-ups, literally. For the
Since
past
what?
year,
Since
he's
what?
physically ready,
No,
man.
Not
So,
that much.
wait.
Not-
How
not
long
that
has he been
much.
playing with
Not that
grown-ups? How long has he been playing with grown-ups?
Like a year and a half, maybe. Like a year, maybe.
Bro, he's been
More than
playing
17.
he's been playing with Palmeiras' first team for a long time,
much.
bro.
2 years. It's more or less 2 years now.
Exactly.
More or less.
So how old was he
can't-
then?
we can't-
How old
listen,
was he?
listen.
How old was
He was
We can't-
16. Now he's 18.
We cannot-
16 playing as
we
a striker,
cannot-
right? As a striker,
Oh,
right?
my goodness.
As a
But
striker,
he's
right?
18 now. He's 18
Okay,
now. He's
okay,
not
but
16.
he was playing with adults when he was 16 as a striker. And if anyone watches the Brazil league, you'll see some crazy fouling going on in
No,
that
he
league.
wasn't playing in the
Roy.
first division. He wasn't.
Bro,
playing.
he was playing with Palmeiras' first team, bro. I watched his
Roy.
games. I literally put in
Why
the
have you
group
clicked
chat
on
when he was
Nathan's
playing.
profile picture?
What?
Why have you clicked on Nathan's profile picture?
Because I'm the important one speaking.
What, for
No,
Lani?
just-
Really?
Look. This is all I'm saying. This is all I'm saying.
Fulani looks so happy, dude.
But look, this is
so
all-
happy.
He's happy.
This-
He's happy. Fulani's a happy man. Come on.
If his agent and his family are asking for this and that, okay.
That's ridiculous too. by the
But
way. That's-
listen,
that's-
hold on. If that's what they're asking, then Camarda should be forced to prove that he should get that.
Forced? Well,
Yes,
okay.
forced.
Okay,
By
hold
the
on.
end of
I
this,
disagree.
so from
Roy,
but
wait,
listen,
Roy,
let me
Roy,
explain.
listen,
Let me
I've got
explain.
a
Let me
question for
explain
you.
One
that.
at a
I've got a
time.
question
One
for
at
Roy.
a time. One at a
Hold
time.
on.
Let
Nathan,
me
you go
explain
first.
that.
Nathan, you go
Let me
first.
explain that. When I say forced, I don't mean you're starting him from now to the end of the season.
Just
That's
for a
not
month.
what I mean. That's not what I'm saying. From now to the end of the season, he needs to be playing with the first team. He needs to be the first backup to Giroud. So by the 70th, 65th, 70th minute mark, depending on how the game is going, he needs to sub in. When you play
That's
games,
nonsense.
when you
That's
play
nonsense.
games against
You've
the
got
middle,
Okafor there. No. You've got Okafor there.
Okafor
You've
was
got Jovic
technically
there.
brought in. Hold
There's a
on.
hierarchy, man. Come on, bro.
Okafor was technically brought in as Leao's substitute.
Yeah, I agree. But
Okay
in the
then.
second
Okay
order,
then.
he's
Okay
higher
then.
than Camarda. Let's be honest.
Okay, then I understand that. But technically, Jovic was brought in for Giroud, and Oak was brought in for Leao. So,
This is crazy.
as I said, especially with Jovic's disciplinary problems, Camarda should be the backup for Giroud. When we play against
This-
middle to
this is
lower
crazy.
table teams,
This is
if he
crazy.
cannot
This kid-
excel, then we
This kid just turned
go into
16,
the.
Nathan.
Hey, I don't. Okay,
This kid
and
just turned
his
16.
okay, but listen, his agent and
He's
his family are
physically
demanding
not
crazy
ready, man.
things,
He's
though,
physically
bro.
not ready.
Bro,
All right, but one at a
Physically
time,
not
because
ready.
when you talk over each other, it's like impossible to understand. One at a time.
I
So Paul, go ahead. Now you answer. What's going on?
No, I'm just saying, yeah, Roy, you're a coach as well. You're not even taking the piss.
I'm a YouTube
Would-
coach.
Yeah, YouTube coach. Yeah, but isn't it part of the coach's job to actually protect like younger players?
Yes,
Yeah.
100%.
Exactly. You can't just throw the guy that just turned 16-year-old to go and play with a dog.
Yeah, I think it's a sacred
let's be
thing. It's one of
honest.
the most sacred things in football. I think it's one of the most
Yeah.
sacred things in football.
but you guys are acting
That's
like
not
this is
that's
a
not
normal
me saying.
player.
No. But that's again, if you let me finish, that's not me saying Camarda is average or he's shit or this and that. That's just me saying he's not physically ready. You gotta like usher him in correctly. Let him play some under 23s football. Let him play some Serie C, or Serie C. Let him get
Okay,
used to the physicality.
And we're gonna lose him.
Stuff like
We're gonna
that.
lose him.
No,
You're not going to
Yes,
lose
we
him.
will.
He just turned 16. He just turned 16. You're not
Okay,
going
and
to
when
lose
do
him.
you think those teams like City are trying to buy him? In 3
I don't
years?
listen yet.
He
I'll
ain't
be
playing
honest.
even
I'll be very
for. He's
honest.
not playing in
I'll be
City,
honest.
dude.
I'll be honest.
Bro,
Exactly.
I'm saying the teams who are
I'll be
after
honest,
him
guys.
right now, like City and Dortmund and all those teams who are after Camarda right now, do you think they're gonna wait and see if he can play with the
No,
U23? No,
They're gonna
okay
get
then.
him,
Okay then. So they're gonna get him and
but they're
utilize
gonna
him.
they're gonna park him somewhere, and then when he's of age and he can compete for a spot against Alvarez and Haaland, they might consider him.
But the
That's what they
point
would do.
is, yeah, City would do that, but a team like Dortmund won't.
Dortmund will probably play him. Yeah.
But even then, like the point of it is that they're gonna get the player before we even have a chance to see what he can do with the first team, because they're gonna buy him before he can even do anything.
Now, let me clarify a few things, okay? So apparently the wage is 500K. Ibra said no, that's too much. The 2 million is what Manchester United offered him. That's what the story is. Okay. So he's not asking for 2 million. 2 million is what they offered him to snatch him from Milan.
Hold on. So you're saying the other teams that want him are offering him 2 million?
They're offering. He did not ask for 2 million. They're offering 2 million.
Okay, so in turn, his agents are saying this is what other teams are offering. Are you willing to match that?
Essentially, according to some rumors, taken with a grain of salt, they already had an agreement at 500K per season. 500K per season. Camarda and his family, they want to stay at Milan. That's the best place for him. They all know this. 500K per season, but Ibra stopped that operation.
Listen, I'll be honest with you. No one loves Italy more than Italians, anyways. Camarda is from Milano. He's a Milanese boy. Like, he wants to be in the city. I understand him wanting to stay and whatnot, but I think the rumors are just to bring a bit of confusion and everything. Hopefully, but I think it's going to sign and it's going to stay, man. But 2 million a season, nah. Come on.
Milan did not offer him that. They did not ask for that. That was what the offer was from the bidders outside of Italy. Apparently, he agreed with them 500K per season, but Ibra stopped that because he thinks 500K is too much for a 16-year-old.
So what the heck is
how long
doing?
Is the wait. How long is the contract for? If he signs
3 years,
I think it was 3 years. Yeah, 3 years.
3 years,
and then
yeah.
I mean, 500K for 3 years is not bad, to be fair.
Now, there's another example in Italy. There's a teenager, Yildiz from Juve. He's a teenager. He makes 300K. 300K. So
500K for 16-year-old is a bit on the high end, to be fair. But no, listen, 500K for a 16-year-old is actually on the high end. However, I'm okay making this exception for Camarda, if I'm being honest.
Right. That's exactly what I was gonna say. Like
I'm fine
Camarda's
with that.
breaking all of these youth records, then
I'm
200K
fine with
more than someone else isn't really far fetched.
I'm fine with that. And maybe, I don't know, when he turns 18, you can just, or 19, you can just do an extension for however much, 700, 800, whatever. But yeah, I'm fine with that.
Paul,
But
what
2
you
million?
saying?
Nah, I'm good, my bro. What are you telling me?
Bro, I'm telling them that they need to conform to the Fulanista ways, bro. That's the way.
Man, I don't know. Do you know what gets me so upset? Yeah? I'm seeing people just come in the chat every single day and just cry and shit and talk for
Crybabies.
Inter. I don't understand.
Crybabies.
I don't
Just
understand.
It's
Guys
the
that
new
we're not
generation.
Serie B.
It's a new
Look at Roy.
generation.
Look at Roy trying to exclude himself
We're
from
not.
it.
we're not back to era, man.
It's
We're
the
not.
new generation. Everybody's a
trying to exclude
Oh man,
crybaby.
himself from it.
it's ridiculous, man. It's ridiculous. Where's Lat, man? We just be coming and be shouting and be screaming, man. Oh my god.
Yeah,
Oh,
like be
man.
ducking smoke. He starts the fire and then he leaves.
Lat, man. He needs to come here, man. He needs to come here. And he be chatting shit about me when I'm not in the chat as well. I know that, man. You as well, Roy. I'm here now.
Yeah, so go ahead.
But now,
Go
guys,
ahead.
it's just like, just be patient, man. Trust the process, man. Like, we're not. Listen, Inter winning the second star, it's not nice to see. I understand, but I'll be honest.
Who
This is
cares,
where we
right?
are
Who
right
cares,
now, man.
right? Who cares?
This
We're
is where we
second
are right now,
place.
man. Like, this is where we are right now.
We're
This is where we
second
are.
Nathan,
place.
see, Nathan,
We're
you don't
still
have a
in
fight.
Europe.
Nathan, you don't have a
We're
fight
still
on
in
this one.
Europe. We're still
Nathan,
in
you don't have
Europe
a
as
fight
well.
on this one
Yeah.
because you wanted to see Inter win the Champions League, which I'm
Hey,
confused.
I would
crazy.
rather an
This is
Italian
crazy.
team win the Champions League.
But then
No,
why are you
no,
mad
no,
against the
no,
second
no,
star?
no,
But why the second star upsets you?
It's not the same thing. It's not the same thing. If we were having a race to 10 Champions Leagues with Inter and Inter beat us to the 10th Champions League, that's completely different. You see how that works? You see how
I'm Clint. Can you guys hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
does that make sense? Does that make
No, it
sense?
This is
doesn't.
my
It
problem with
doesn't.
Americans, man. This is what
How does that not
Americans
make
do,
sense?
man.
We are racing
Nathan,
Inter. We
Nathan.
are racing Inter to the second star. If we were racing
I'm pretty
Inter
sure if you're
to La
asking the
Decima,
Italian,
then
I'm pretty
that's
sure if you're asking
different.
the Italian, listen, I'm pretty sure if you're asking the Italian what's worse between them getting the second star and them win the Champions League, they'll tell you
No,
win the
The
Champions
second
League is
star.
worse.
Second star for
no,
sure.
this definitely
For
the second
sure.
star.
Second star.
Nah.
For
Bro,
sure.
we are ahead of them in Champions League wins, so it doesn't matter if they get a win or not. Who cares? They get their third or
Bro,
fourth
they're
win.
gonna
Yeah,
have
we're on
4.
7.
They're gonna have 4,
Okay,
bro.
good. Okay, and then the next time they get it will be 10 years down the line or something like that.
Okay.
Madrid's the only team that we can honestly say is just a freak of nature in the Champions League. Other than that, teams don't win
And
it back to
Madrid
back
didn't
like
even
that.
they didn't even play as many they played more finals than everybody else, but it's not even that many more finals than Milan. So we lost a lot of finals. Too many.
I'll
Those
be
are
honest,
same.
yeah.
It's not the
Actually,
same thing. Come
Andon
on.
just said what I was going to say. Actually, it's actually
What?
19 plus 1. It's actually not 20. You know, because they gave them that fake Scudetto after Conchopoli, even though we're actually second. But whatever, it's actually not second star. But
Well, I mean, we were caught
Yeah.
doing wrong, so we were punished. So it's
innocent until proven guilty.
so
Nathan.
so
Innocent
just
until
like how
proven
we
guilty.
said, just like how we said with
Like
Juventus,
Tonali?
when you
Oh my goodness, Sandro Tonali, man. Oh my god.
It's just
Guys,
allegations.
guys.
It's just allegations.
Agendas aside, what is Sandro doing, guys? What is he actually doing?
Sandro Gambino.
he has an
What is
addiction,
going
bro.
on here, man?
He has an addiction,
like-
bro.
I thought he said it just
Yo,
to get
next time,
sent
next
to
time,
the
listen.
beach,
Next time,
Man.
freaking little Sandrino is gonna bet on if Kudus is gonna win the Ballon d'Or next. Watch.
Hey.
How do you
chill,
bet?
chill,
How do
chill,
you
chill,
bet on
chill.
50 games when you just got to the league, bro? You just got to the
That's
league and
crazy.
you bet
That's
on 50
crazy,
games.
dude.
Yeah.
That's
That's
that's insane.
reckless.
If it's true.
That's reckless.
That's
reckless.
real money ball. Listen, that's the real money
Yeah,
ball.
but
Stop
again,
That's
we
mafia.
they have to
That's
determine
mafia
that.
right there.
Yeah, but they got to determine
reckless.
if he's betting on individual games or if he's betting on multiple things within a match.
Bro,
Those
they
are two
said
separate
50
things.
games. I don't know
It
what else
doesn't
you
matter,
want to
man.
hear.
50 games.
50 games,
Is it
Nathan.
50 games or 50 bets? I don't know.
No, there's you can do multiple bets within one game. So that's all. That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying.
No,
I
yeah,
don't
no.
know.
You did. You know what's crazy is in grad school, I did a proposal for a betting company, like a fictional betting company on actually like in live, like the in live sport betting, and I used data from like the on PKs, and what's the success rate of getting the PK right by using the data from the year before, and how does that dictate like the outcome of the game? It's pretty
Okay,
interesting.
sorry. Here it says
I'll
Tonali is alleged
sell
to
that
have
to Tonali.
Tonali is alleged to have breached AFA rule E8 50 times by betting on matches between August 12 and October 12.
Right, so
So
like 50 bets, but yeah,
Oh
that's
damn!
still a
yeah,
lot.
I don't know.
Yeah,
I don't know.
So you just get to
I
the
don't
league,
know
and then
what to say.
automatically what comes to his head is betting.
The first thing is,
Yeah,
are they
yeah,
bet?
dude.
Hey
That's
man,
insane.
it's the rush.
That's
It's the
reckless,
rush.
And
That's
people,
Bro,
reckless.
you know, but you know what's
I'm
crazy
telling
though?
you,
The reason why people like Tonali, the Grinta, they thought he was a good kid, the personality. Meanwhile, that kid is a
Man.
deviant.
hey,
That's
I
a
love it.
fucking
I
deviant
want that.
child.
I want that mentality
That's
of
why.
Milan. I want that
Yeah,
mentality of
thank you,
Milan. I
Nathan.
love it.
Me
I
too.
love it. I
Me
Meanwhile,
want
too.
someone
no,
who's
you want that?
I
No,
want someone who's
we're
not
not
afraid to
refuting.
get dirty. I
We're
love
not
it.
refuting the mentality, but then that's a deviant. That dude got bodies.
That's too reckless, man. That's too
Love it.
reckless,
He got
man.
I love
That's way
bodies,
it.
too
bro.
reckless.
Can you believe
Hey,
that?
That's way too reckless, man.
No,
Tonali
because
Way too
there's this
2024.
fantasy. No, listen, there's this fantasy about him, like captain,
Yeah,
like the way he carries himself.
yeah.
Meanwhile, this dude was running a whole fucking
No, but
Las Vegas under Milan.
I
Straight
love
up.
it.
no, but
If he could have an Al Capone tattoo across his face, I would approve of it. I love it.
Yeah,
man,
yeah,
Yeah,
me
I
too.
just
I'd
saying.
pay
come on,
I'd pay double for it for him to come back if he
The
had.
fuck does
come on, guys.
that would have?
Come on,
Because
guys.
I'd imagine. I'm pretty sure that I would imagine if it was still we not sold them and he got caught up and he was not playing. I'm pretty sure y'all would have
They'll be
came out
killing
and
us in
start
Italy,
blaming
man. They'll be
management. They're like,
killing
oh,
us
you
in
guys
Italy,
knew
man.
about this. Why
Yeah,
I didn't get a replacement? If we knew
they'll be
Tonali was
killing
good.
us in Italy, man. In the papers, man.
Nah, I
They'll
would
be
still say
destroying us in the press.
I would still
Whatever,
say
man.
send him to get help and micromanage
I've
him.
got a question for Roy, though. I've got a question for Roy.
Go ahead,
Roy, so
I'm
did
here.
management do well in selling? Did management do well in selling Tonali?
Well, I mean, they got lucky.
Yes
If
or
they
no?
didn't know,
Yes or no? Yes or no? Yes or
no,
no?
they didn't.
Yes or
No,
no?
they got the luck.
Oh my
It's luck,
God!
luck of a draw.
Look at this,
I
kid. Look at this.
I
Denial.
agree.
Denial.
It's
If
just
they
luck.
knew,
Denial.
yeah, but if they knew
Denial.
though, if they knew, we would get jacked up badly.
I mean, he's gone and done it now in Newcastle. So I don't know. It's just.
And I don't think he stops.
It's, oh,
I don't
man.
think he stops.
Yeah, if and Clint,
God,
if
he needs to get help, man. He needs to get help.
if he is shown to have bet during his probation, then I would say he's done. Like he's done with football.
I mean, even if it's not during his probation, like I told you before, he's not going to play for a good 2 years because those breaches is going to come with another ban. So by the time he comes back, he's going to have another ban. Because the first ban he had, that's Italy. This is now is England.
Yeah.
Newcastle is not in the Champions League. He's not going to play European football to be like, okay, he just can't play in the league, but he can play in Europe. He's not playing a damn thing except FIFA.
Well, no, he's actually getting the practice with the team.
Yo, the ban is just for the EPL, the new ban, if he gets banned.
That's what I'm saying. And Newcastle's only playing EPL next year.
So then he comes back to
I don't know how
Milan.
true this is. No, but no, stop it, Nathan. Stop it, man. Stop
yes, bring him back.
No, calma. One thing at a time. But I read, I don't know if he's actually going to get punishment. It depends on what they can. I don't know.
50 breaches. I think that's something that it might be.
I don't know how true that is. Yeah, I don't see that being true, but man, I don't know.
Unless they let it. I mean, the
Newcastle's not
Saudis
expecting
got a
him
lot
to
of
be
money.
punished, so.
So unless the Saudis bribe, they do, a la Man City style, and they get off the hook because the EPL.
I was literally about to say that, Clint.
Oh, I love poker.
No, but the thing is,
Wow.
The league already knows that he's being punished in Italy.
How do you know this?
They might want to make an example.
No, but I don't think, Paul, I disagree with that because it can turn into a racist thing real fast because they're going to be like, oh, y'all did that for Ivan Toney. He gets banned. And then the white player doesn't. It going to become a whole.
I didn't even think about that.
Yeah,
no, that's what I'm saying.
Like that, bro.
No, but clear, that's what I'm saying. So if he got punished in Italy, they're gonna say you need to punish him here too. It's only right.
Yeah, but you know all the
Yeah.
pundits, the real Ferdinand, that whole movement, bro. They're gonna come out. They're gonna be like, oh, so the black player, I can punish him. We don't care about Italy. In the EPL, he breached, he betted. It's the same thing Ivan Toney did. He got banned.
Yeah.
Why are we letting him off?
Yeah, but Ivan Toney was in Spain though. So
no,
Was he in Spain?
no,
You sure?
no. He's a Brentford player.
He was in Brentford. Yeah, that's it.
Oh, okay. I'm maybe I'm thinking of somebody else. But I mean, either way, if he gets banned in England, I mean, he is banned. But if he comes back to Italy and is allowed to play because the sanctions aren't for Italy, it's for England,
but I don't think when you're banned to play, I'm pretty sure I don't think they can transfer your ass. I'm pretty sure you can't even nothing football related. You're out. You're frozen. You can't do that.
You think you're frozen in all aspects. So
I'm pretty sure because Ivan
contract,
Toney,
termination, things like that.
Ivan Toney, yeah, that's the same thing, right? They're not gonna let you be over there, bro.
Yeah, but are you sure they
I
can't
say bring
cancel?
him back. Bring Gigio back. Bring Tonali back.
You want to turn Milan into money laundering shit,
bro?
Definitely. Bring all these money hungry
Bring
people.
both of them. Bring both of them.
Yeah. Bring all the badasses. No more ballerinas. We want badasses, but don't give a fuck about the law.
I was feeling
bad. But don't give a shit about the law.
Wait.
Dude, I was feeling bad for Tonali until I saw this news. I'm like, damn, bro.
Roy, who's the ballerina?
Huh? Too many ballerinas. Too many ballerinas. You know who the ballerina is.
Yeah, but who?
She's beautiful. She's a swan. She's graceful. She's a swan.
Are you talking about Hans?
Say names, man. Say names.
Are you talking about Hans?
No, I'm not talking about Hans. I've never seen that play.
What the hell?
No, I'm talking about football players. There's too many ballerinas.
Yeah, but who in the team, man?
Who comes to mind when I say ballerina? Who comes to mind?
I know you're talking about Raiders. Well, I know it's either Raiders or RLC.
I'm just saying. I'm just saying ballerina. I'm not saying anybody. Why you?
Yes or no? Confirm. Yes or no? That's all I want to know.
RLC. He's a ballerina-ish. Yeah. Unfortunately, which is strange. Like this guy is he's so strange to me. This guy's huge. He's a tank. He should dominate the physical aspect of the midfield every game. Like, how do you not do that with that fucking frame? I don't get it.
No, he does. Ruben,
I don't get it.
He does dominate. He just dominated the midfield.
No. With that kind of frame, no.
Also, wait, what are you expecting from him? Because he's scoring goals and giving assists. So what is it that you want?
I was gonna say as well too. I don't think he can use his frame like that because of the position.
Exactly. Thank you. He plays
what? No, dude. You can what? Come on, man.
Yeah, listen, Roy. Listen. If he was in a double pivot, like Tonali or Benacer or Kessie,
same thing.
But he would throw his body around then.
Come on, man. It's not about you see when he goes into challenges. You see when he goes into challenges, like for the frame he has, he should be winning way more challenges.
Yeah, but there's more. There's more than just your frame.
It doesn't matter what position you play. You should be winning those challenges.
Yeah, but there's still technique into it as well too, though.
Wait.
Yeah, where is it? Where is that technique? I know there's technique. Where is it?
Oh, okay, but you remember Roy? He when he was at Chelsea, he hated the defensive aspect of it, which means he was really never the type to want to just throw his body around like a lumberjack.
That's what I'm saying. Like, you need to have players that will do both, that will fight their ass off and be good on the ball.
No, but to be fair, Ruben has been fine. Is also when he plays for us. Don't start.
No, the effort is there. I'm not saying the effort is not there, but it's come on, like, dude, it's.
So I don't understand. What is it that you're looking for? I didn't get it. Grinta? More Grinta?
Warriors. Yes, Tonalis, Gattusos, these kind of fucking players.
Yeah, but we see more of that though because they were double pivots or they were CDMs.
Yeah, and don't forget,
so it's easier to see that.
No. Gattuso was a mid-side. Like, Gattuso was playing as a mid-side.
But Gattuso was a destroyer still. So he threw his body around.
With Ruben though, Ruben got a lot of injuries. Ruben got a lot of injuries, so explosiveness also stopped.
Oh,
bro. He's not gonna be doing crazy shit.
Kessie, that's a great example right there. Kessie is a great example.
I would bring back a C for sure. I wouldn't bring back.
That's who
he's
we
old.
need.
He's old.
Yeah, Clint will tell us
Oh,
he's
come
at
on,
least
you-
35.
Clint has an agenda, man.
Clint has a agenda.
Clint, he's at least 35, right? Clint, he's at least 35.
I mean, did you
know.
not? You think I'm joking when I'm and you see these stories come out? Look at that Cameroonian player when they say he was 17. Y'all probably would have believed it.
Hey,
You look at him and be
true.
like, oh my God, he's 17. I looked at this dude's tattoos, bro. I'm like, dude, how your tattoos are that dark? Like you look like an old man. You got fucking you bald. How you bald at 17, bro?
Agendas, man.
And they found out he had a dual nationality. He had like a dual identity, bro.
You know these. You're gonna
Clint
get
is
canceled.
right.
You're gonna get canceled.
You
Clint
sound
is
getting
right.
canceled. Okay, they need to go cancel Ronaldo. You heard Ronaldo.
Clint,
Ronaldo's
you're
story
gonna
with
get
Terrible
canceled.
West. Yo, Ronaldo's story with Terrible West is the most funniest I ever heard. Fucking the R9 when he was saying
Oh,
he
yeah,
played.
I
He
saw it,
played.
yeah.
He said he played with Terrible West when they were older than them when he was like in the youth team, and he gets to Inter and he's like, bro, they're the same age, and he's like, well, what the fuck? That is funny, bro. Like, yo, that shit is funny.
I don't know, dude. In a way, I kind of find it. I know why they do that in Africa, but at the same time, it's cheating. It's like you're cheating the youth teams by doing
No,
this
I
shit.
mean it's not. It's also opportunity, bro. By the time they get recognized, they're a bit older in time. So it's like I want to like prolong, my health. I mean my my revenue in the long run. Because if I get to Europe where I'm 26, I'm 27 when my real age, bro, I can't. I mean, how long do I have before I get the big contract? But if I do 10 years minus that, then I can get a big payday. By the time I'm 32, I retire. I keep telling y'all. I give y'all this bet. Osimhen is not playing major football until he's 32, 33. He's going to be in Saudi Arabia by the time he's that. I promise you that.
At what age?
I said by the time he's 32, Osimhen is now no longer going to
No, 32, oh, fine. That's fine. But right now, he's what, 24, 25?
Yeah, I mean, he has like, what, 6 more years left?
So, yeah, Osimhen, to me, you say he's not his age? Is that what you're saying?
Granddad, bro. That boy a granddad back home.
Clint
brought up a good point, though.
Man.
Sue for
brought up
what?
a good point.
Allegedly, like, they don't know where I live at. Sue for who?
Hey, but
Right,
Clint brings up a good point. Like, you never see Africans going deep or even into the mid-30s.
There's only two players that I know that played for a long time. Drogba, Yaya Toure, bro.
All those guys.
Everybody else, bro, they went and they got a big payday.
Samuel Eto'o played for a long time.
Right, him too, bro. Even in Africa, we make fun of these things. Look at the
I know.
Look at the player from Cameroon. What's his name? Basso Gog or whatever. They said this dude was 22, 26. Go look at him now.
And I think they do it in other places too, by the way.
And in South America, I know they do.
Yeah.
But like places
in
America,
maybe Europe too.
Places in America, bro. We're born in the state. You think I'm about to walk up to fucking the health department in DC and be like, yo, hey, reduce my age real quick. For what? I'm not CIA or what? They're not doing that. I would have loved to do something.
Hey, guys, is Italy going to win the Euro?
Nope.
Of course.
Oh my God!
I don't think so.
They didn't get out.
Of course we are.
Italy is my team in the Euro, but nah, bro, it's gonna be tough.
Italy is my team in the Euros as well, but
it's my team, but it's gonna be
tough. Nah, Paul. Ghana is not in the Euros, Paul. Ghana is not in the Euros.
Clear. Look at this shit I have to do.
What about England? What about England?
Right. England's in there, so Paul, you're good to go.
Yo, hey Paul, your brother Maino. That's your other cousin, man. What's up with that kid? There's too much hype around him.
Maino
actually. MIA and O.
I saw some of his stuff. Okay, like there's a little bit of overhype over there too. Yeah.
Like always. I don't know. People say
he's good, but let's chill out.
He's a good player though. I'll give that to him. But
yeah,
he needs to start the year and stuff like that.
Bellingham is the only one that I know his hype was actually real.
Yeah. But yeah, no, Italy. man, for me, France is doing it, man. I don't see
Bro, it's like
Italy winning it again.
the team that
Yeah.
Italy has. Also, France has a number 9 problem though. They have a 9. That's one thing they're gonna.
What do you
start
mean?
to find out.
They got Marcus Thuram. They got Marcus Thuram. who's
Bro, come
bumping,
on,
man.
dog. These are
I
not real
saw
9s.
Furlani-
Germany, France.
Furlani dropped the ball on Marcus Thuram, I was told, all summer.
Yeah,
Furlani
come on,
failed
talk
him
shit.
for not
Talk
getting
shit
up.
about
I didn't want him.
Furlani.
I didn't want.
That's
I'm gonna be
what
honest.
I
didn't
was
want
told.
Thuram.
That's
I
what
didn't want
Clint, that's what I was
Thuram.
told.
The dude got small calves, bro. I don't want players like that, bro.
Oh, come on, man. What's this? What's this? Hey, Clint, man. Clint.
That's how I call him. I call him skinny legs, man. I call Thuram skinny legs.
What's
I know
this?
why.
What's this?
Nah, come on. Thuram is doing really good.
Nah.
But I saw Germany play against France. Either France has lost a step or Germany has gained a step.
Hey,
France
Uh,
Germany,
feeling too
they came back
overconfident.
against the Dutch as well too. I think they're coming back.
yeah, that
to-
team looked good, man. Germany
team-
looked good.
A team to actually watch out for, I think, is the Netherlands this time around. I think the Netherlands is starting to have a solid base, a core of players like the Xavi Simmons and all that. Like, I think this time around with the Euros, you're gonna see
Guess
something
what?
from them.
I
They're
don't
coming.
know.
Clint, guess
I'm not
what?
seeing-
Clint, guess what?
What?
Guess what?
What?
Rangers actually starts for them as well.
He scored. He scored in
And
the last
that's
season.
that's
Nobody
why I
spoke
don't
about
see
that.
them
Yeah.
go far. That's
Yeah,
why I
he
don't see
scored,
them
but
go
nobody
far.
spoke about that. The rest of my case.
Yeah.
The rest of my case.
Rafa scored a nice goal as well in the Euros, but Nathan is not going to come here and say anything. Roy as well. We're just going to act like it's another day.
What? So you mean to tell me? You mean to tell me I should have an orgasm
Agendas.
because a player scored 1 goal? Congratulations! You
Right,
should
but
be
when
Ballon d'Or.
Whatever,
these low
man.
level,
If that was
Congratulations.
Kaiser,
Who did he score against?
Kaiser,
You mean
Who did
Chiesa
he
was
score
scoring
against?
goals in the
Sweden.
semis and finals and things like that?
Rafa scored against Sweden. That's a good team, Roy. Stop it.
Sweden
No.
has not been good for
Who-
quite some time.
Who did
Whatever,
Reindeer
man.
score?
Whatever, man. I can't remember actually.
Yeah.
Who did Rangers?
So come on. If Rangers scored against a real team, you guys would be gushing all over it. If he scored against a nobody team, it
No, they
really
score. It's the
not that
friendlies.
important.
It's the friendlies. We
You
also
gotta
not
beat what's
reporting
in
when
front
people
of you,
flop.
man.
Okay,
I-
Retegui scored a goal too, but you don't see us talking about that.
Bro, that Retegui, the
Listen,
Retegui case,
listen.
I'm never. The Retegui
Hey, I'm
case,
just
bro,
saying. I'm just
never
saying.
gonna
We're not
forget-
talking
He's
about it.
looking good.
Listen.
No,
Retegui,
wait. Yeah, go on, Clint.
I don't know, bro. This shit, it's kind of paused me. I'm like, damn, Italy has to be really desperate to go naturalize an Argentinian in Argentina that doesn't play at Boca Junior or River Plate. To bring him, it's like a slap in the face to the other forwards in Italy. Because people in Argentina weren't even really speaking about him like that. And Italy just like, yo, we need, it's like, dude.
That's not true, dude. That's not true. What do you
Bro,
mean?
he
people
don't
weren't-
play for a top team in Argentina.
He was the top goal scorer of the league. Of course,
yeah,
of
anybody
course
can
he
be a
was
top
making
goal
them.
scorer over there, bro.
Yeah, okay,
No,
sure.
but Roy,
Anybody can do
Roy.
it.
He was playing for like Tigres. What was it?
So?
Was it Tigres or whatever
So
it
he's
was?
the top
Wasn't
goal
playing for, like,
scorer.
Boca Juniors
He was-
or River Plate.
He was scoring goals though, so obviously there was attention.
No, but anyways, forget about that. I
think
told we
that
needed to
Italy
go after
group, though.
Scamacca because that's who we need.
Right, but I think
No,
Italy
click.
group-
1 second.
Yeah.
I got told we need to go after Scamacca, yeah? That's what I got
Yeah,
told.
that'd be
now,
great.
Scamacca
Yeah.
is being benched.
I would love
No, but
Scamacca.
Scamacca is being benched by fucking CDK.
No, he
Martinez,
hasn't.
man.
Bullshit.
Man,
Bullshit.
shout on.
Bullshit.
No.
They play different positions.
Let's just call it how it is.
yeah. Number one, they play different
CDK is
positions, and number
benching
two,
Scamacca.
Scamacca's
Oh,
been
look at
playing.
this.
He's
Look
been
at
starting.
this.
I've seen
Nah, he
Scamacca
hasn't
start
been.
all the
CDK
games. Every time I see a
Scamacca's been
fantasy-
starting the
CDK
last few
is
games.
benching your boy.
Scamacca's been
No,
starting
that's
the
not
last
true.
few games.
CDK.
It is true.
Charles de Ketteler is benching your boy.
That's
Agendas, guys. We are witnessing
He's
agendas.
No, but,
benching
hey,
him.
bro, but going back
Agendas
to
in
the
real
Euro,
time.
but no,
benching
but
him.
going back to the
He's
Euro though,
benching him.
the only fact that because Albania is in that group, bro, is gonna make it tough. Cause
Oh, yeah.
this Albania,
Albania. Hey, Clint, stop. You're going to wake that up now. Red John and all the Albanians, man.
Albania can be difficult because they obviously have a good team this year. They have a good chemistry. They've been doing good, so they're going to be difficult. It's not going to be easy to play against Albania. By the way,
I'll be honest, I'm more
you saw
worried
what my
about Italy
you saw what my boy Vicha
playing,
did. Saw what my boy Vicha did.
Vicha, what did Vicha do? I actually
Georgia qualifies for the Euro first time in the history of their other team.
No, we'll support Georgia then, Roy. What do you want me to do?
I will support Georgia. Yes.
No, good for you, man. Good for you.
Yeah.
Good for you. Well, I'm more worried about Italy playing Albania than I am like anyone else in the group.
Why are you worried about Albania?
Because Italy normally they do better in the bigger games. They don't really do well in the small games for some reason. The games that you expect them to do well.
They're having trouble breaking teams down. Teams
My
that kind of sit back.
my fear is that Spalletti didn't have the regular 2 years that you usually have to build a team. It's been less than a year, and he doesn't have
Yeah, but
many
this
games
is
to work out.
Yeah, but this is the start of his cycle though, so I mean, you gotta give him time.
Say again?
This is the start of his cycle, so you have to give him the time.
Yeah, but it started right in bit
implement
right.
his philosophy.
It started less than a year from the competition. It just like doesn't give them much time to work on the team. So the team is probably going to start the group stages not being a complete oiled machine, you know? I think that's good. If he can go through the group stages, that will give him enough time to build a good oil machine. And then from the quarterfinal onwards, I think he can actually try his best. But the group stages are going to be tough, in my opinion, really tough. Knock on wood, hope for the best.
Wait, who do we have in the group again, actually?
Spain and Croatia. Spain is tough. And Croatia's tough.
But yeah, Croatia's tough as well. But I think Italy's gonna beat one between Spain and Croatia.
I hope.
I don't know if they're gonna beat both. With Albania,
No.
I think they lose.
So who are the favorites? Who's winning for you guys? Who do you think is winning it?
France.
I don't think France is winning it.
France. It's France.
Yeah.
I don't
Oh,
think
and
France is winning it.
It's France.
Okay. Who do you think, Nathan?
It's probably going to be Spain.
Think
Nah.
Spain? Clint?
I don't think Spain wins it, man.
Clint? Oh, he's muted. Out of all the teams I've seen so far, that impressed me the most in this. Well, let me say, in
I can hear
this
you.
past
I can
week,
hear you now. My bad. I lost audio like completely.
in this past week, the team that impressed me the most was Germany. It is in Germany. I'm going to say Germany.
But here's what they're saying because they said like they said like the Qatar won the cup, like the Asian Cup, and they're organizing in Qatar. The Ivory Coast won it, and the Ivory Coast again this year as well because it was in Ivory Coast. So people are superstitious. They're saying that like, oh, Germany organizing it, they might win it. I can see Germany go deep.
They're playing good football, man. I saw them play against France. I was impressed. Really good.
No, they are. But I think I'm telling you that the Netherlands is something to reckon with, man. When I'm thinking about that,
Always.
Like, I mean, not in the past. In the past, bro, they've been ass.
What do you mean
dog.
not in the past?
But Frimpong, bro, that Frimpong dude is scoring stupid goals. If he carries that over
Man,
as a winger in the Euro, you know, my boy Reindeers, the pie, they're gonna be cooking.
That's the only reason why I know they're not going to win it, because of reindeers.
Wow, the hate.
You guys need to stop. Like, the Rangers disrespect you. Guys, Rangers is a good player, man. I don't understand.
Rangers is a good player.
Rangers
I
is
don't know
a very
what
good player.
They
He's
need
a
more.
very good-
I mean, I know Holland is all about playing football, but they might need more muscle in that.
Wait, Roy. You talk about technical players this, technical players that. Rangers is very, very technical. Come on.
Okay, but I'm technical too, but I'm not playing for Milan.
Yeah, well, you're fat, so I don't know what you want me to say to that, man. You want to say to that, man?
I got lots of muscles. It's not bad.
You're funny.
Roy.
Don't make me call Rajon, and then y'all gonna have competition showing y'all calves.
Exactly.
You saw my calves are like a fucking football, dude. You saw that shit.
These dudes, bro.
A football. I got two like literally American footballs instead of calves back there.
Nah, but I think Holland is. I think Holland. I can see them go deep. Let's say Germany, Spain. My problem with Spain is like Spain does not have a good number 9, bro. That they've been struggling for number 9 ever since Villa retired.
Well, they scored 3 goals against Brazil.
Yeah, of course they can. It's a friendly. You know, when
I think Spain is the most difficult team to play against.
I mean, they're gonna do the whole passing around. They have a solid midfield, but with Spain, it's gonna come down to like, do you really have real goal threats? But they don't. They don't, bro. I mean, you saw in the World Cup. It's gonna be the same thing you saw in the World Cup. They can come. Belgium is really an enigma. You know, on the good day, they can be something dangerous. On a bad day, maybe not. Same as when you look at same as Portugal, enigma. A bunch of talent. You just don't know if it's gonna click off. But we all know from us watching the Euros. I've been watching the Euros now since 2000. Every Euro, you can usually start telling who's gonna go deep when you watch the first games. Not really on form. When you start saying the
I
first
don't know.
group, like okay,
You can't do that with Italy though. Italy is one of those unpredictable teams.
no, but I mean,
honestly.
even Italy. When you watch the first game, even the past Euro, the way they were playing, we're like, oh shit, they're gonna go somewhere, and they gave them momentum. The thing about Italy sometimes is momentum, and World Cups no, but in the Euros you see it. When Italy is bad, they're just bad. But when they start off, they don't really struggle in the group stage like that, man. Like
Hey, listen, guys. Unfortunately, I gotta close because I have work that starts in 1 minute. So
yep, you got Furlani is calling you on the Zoom call.
Furlani is calling me.
Go report.
He wants me to take over.
Yep.
So
go report to your freaking to your Ivy League buddies. All right.
Yep.
Yeah.
All right, guys.
Deuces.
All right, later, guys.
Peace out. Peace out,
Forza
everybody.
Milan.
Forza Jerry. Forza Jerry. Bye.
Forza Italia. All right, later, guys. Peace.